for a second, real quick, and
I can't hear you, Garfield.
yeah, we don't have your mic, man. What's up?
Look at him with all the diplomas in the back.
Yeah, he always showing off how smart he is.
Yeah, right.
Hey,
Now he's in an office and everything, all sophisticated with
I
coach.
don't know what his beard. It looked like
Yeah.
he dipped it in some cotton. He must
Yeah,
have took a
all right.
video or something.
Oh man,
Looking
Hey.
all fine and everything. Got the Moses look going. All right, all right.
no, hey, look, man, just roasting off top. He can't even defend himself yet.
Nah, man, we don't need to hear his comeback.
He's still no
don't
sound,
get-
Garfield, no sound.
Oh man, it's good. It's good to see y'all, gentlemen, man. You know.
Yeah.
What about now?
Yeah, we got you.
There it is.
All right.
Hey, look, I'm getting ready to hit the intro. We're gonna get things
Yeah,
popping.
because you're already live.
Hey, I know. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the Code Talk Evening Show, Solutions Only Evening Show. I'm your host, Victor Vincian, and to my left on the screen, your right probably, is Mr. none other than Antoine, the other artist. And then behind me, over my left shoulder, my man Bread with SLP, you know, and none other than Mr. Uncle, the Uncle Junior himself, none other than my man Garfield, you know. Welcome to the Code Talk Evening Show.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What's going on? What have I missed since we last spoke?
Who? Me? Antoine? Who?
Or just, I mean, anybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's been a...
Did you hear about the Kim Kardashian tapes? The
Ooh,
FBI,
no.
the FBI. So allegedly, when the FBI raided Diddy's house,
Okay.
they found some tapes about. So basically, it looks like she's like the 2.0 Marilyn Monroe. She'll have like a date with a politician or somebody of stature and power, right? And she'll have like recordings of their conversation.
Oh,
And then,
Really?
this is crazy.
And she probably was nominated fucking some of them too,
Well,
and got tapes,
Oh, wow.
blackmail and stuff.
oh man, so
So the whole thing is, see, and I brought that up to circle back like this. The only thing is, all of this shit is about to hit the fan because you playing with the Lord. You playing with the Lord. And those people did some devilish things to get in that position.
I don't disagree with the premise of what you're saying at all, because it's a lot going on with, you know what I'm saying, who's doing what to whom and why.
And then it's all tangled up. Everybody together. They talking about Beyonce and Jay-Z too.
Wow.
Everybody in it on this weird behavior that's going on.
Wow.
Everybody entangled.
Everybody in the club getting tipsy. There we go.
Oh man, look, you gotta hit the beat with it though when you do it, because like we can't tell. Well, you know what I'm saying.
That's big, man. I'm surprised.
Uncle Junior, what you got, bro?
Man, I don't know nothing about that stuff.
Man, it feels good to not know sometimes, right?
It sure do.
I was just up scrolling on TikTok University.
Wow, I did not know this.
I know some stuff going on.
Down the rabbit hole.
So here's what I know about. I know they got Diddy. I know that Chris Brown and Quavo done had some beef. I think right now, Chris Brown got him. He bodied him on that last one. And then who else? I guess it's Drake and J. Cole and somebody else. So I just kind of know, like on the surface, some of the things that's going on. but I don't know like in detail about what's going on with none of that stuff. Sometimes I wish I knew more, and then other times I'm like, I'm glad I don't, because I feel like I think that if I know in depth about what's going on with all of these stories, that means I had to spend a lot of time gathering information on these particular subjects. So if I'm spending time gathering information or research on these topics, what am I not doing with my life?
What's not getting done right now?
What's not getting done? Now, I know that certain people have different jobs. Some people have jobs to where, you know, they work from home or they might be off, or I mean, because you can catch up on a lot of information in a matter of a couple hours. You know what I mean? Like he was talking about, like TikTok University.
Yeah.
So just because you know something doesn't mean you just trashing your time. But however, I just think about what else I could be doing with that time. Like then worried about what they doing. No shade to nobody who know everything about it, because there's a lot of people making money off of talking about that stuff.
Yeah, if that's
I got no problem with it.
Yeah.
Wow. I just can't believe, man. Boy,
I do want to ask Antoine a question though.
Go ahead.
Since we're here, Antoine, Slickback Antoine.
Slickback Antoine.
The other artist Antoine. I want to ask him before he pull up his hair. So I think he may have. I don't know if he's.
Wow.
Yeah, I know it gets serious when you start sticking the hair back. Remember, I was on the show with you for 2 years, so I know how you are. But no, that video yesterday. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick, because I was trying to find.
I'm lost right now. Totally lost right now. I'm thinking. I didn't watch nothing video.
Video that Vic had posted yesterday with the lady from the what was that thing? She was on the walkway, and I'd asked Vic. I had asked you something. I said something to you in the comments.
Oh, that Goodyear blimp! Come on now. Come on now,
bro. Chill
out. You know it's only up from there.
Man, look.
Come on now.
Hey,
what did I ask Antoine?
The spectrum of what men like is based on what they can afford. Yeah, yeah, exactly what they can afford.
No, it's not always based off of what they can afford. Sometimes it's just based off of preference.
Yep.
Because there are some guys who make a lot of money who still don't mind a plus size woman. I understand
generally, right?
Yeah, not generally, but I would say that there's always anomalies. But I still think that there's a group of men who out there who like women in all different shapes and sizes.
I believe that, but they're not. Yeah. We're not generally. We're generally speaking here.
Yeah, not generally speaking. Yeah.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
But I do say that like preference goes so far. You know what I mean?
And it changes.
Yeah.
Like you can only like your preferences are gonna be relative to where you are. You know,
and that's a good thing.
Yeah, and that's
because think if you still think. Let's be honest enough. Think if you still liked the same type of girls you liked when you was in the 6th grade.
I know
you'd have a problem.
You have a problem. Somebody.
It's a good thing. Good thing we do change. Good thing. Good thing we do change.
But what if that girl in the 6th grade still fine as hell?
No, now she has all. So she is fine.
I meant the same type of girl. Like you still like 6th grade girls. That's what I was saying. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It'll be a problem. And then when she's 26, when she's 26 and 36, that's different.
That's different.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
No, absolutely. Listen, I never said. Listen, I said what I said, and I meant what I said. But I'm just saying, right? That's to me. That's like I know it's only up from there. She ain't going backwards. It's done. And if she's gonna be pushing 250, 300 pounds, what am I gonna do with that? Like, what am I gonna do with that? Because I'm running out the house if there's a fire, and I'm not dragging her behind me.
Twan, she finna sit on your face, Twan. And she gonna.
Dude, I'm not gonna breathe. She can sit on my stomach, and I lose my oxygen.
Yeah, she gonna give you some hair conditioning.
But I'm not. Yeah, dude, I can't do it. I can't. Listen, I'm being flexible. I've changed a lot in my perspective on what I'm looking for. I've come down from the mountain, not all the way, but I've come down from the mountain, and I just can't. No.
Yeah, I feel you.
No, man, I can't. No. Mm-mm.
That's why I say geography matters too. Because like there's a big difference in like someone being just obese with no type of athleticism or nothing, don't have the potential to get up and be active. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Than it is for somebody that the entire diet comes out of a vending machine. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Some people gonna feed themselves in a way that makes them unattractive too, no matter how good they might be, no matter how good they look. You know what I'm saying? It's no different than somebody. The minute they fire up a cigarette, it might kill everything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it don't take but one or two things to sway you off of what you thought you liked.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why
I like good smelling women.
Mm-hmm.
Just good smelling, because sometimes people be having the pH balance don't be right.
So
Well,
yeah, all right.
Like,
So
like, baby,
that's important. No, that's important. That we can't skip over that one. That's very important. Yeah, very important.
I want to talk about that.
You smell like fried chicken and shit.
Yeah.
So I be watching. Sometimes I'll watch. Sometimes I'll watch Kendra G. Right. Sometimes it'll be on.
What you watch sometimes?
Oh yeah, Kendra
G.
Oh, Kendra G. All right.
Yeah, the single show. So sometimes I'll watch it, and what I have started to pick up on, and what I think happens is that a lot of times, like, she will ask them, "What things do you not want in like a man or a woman?" And that comes up a lot. pH balance and smell and stuff like this, and like have a car. And I'm just like, for me, it seems like the only reason why they're bringing these things up is because they've dealt with people that have had these issues in the past.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Yeah, why you bring up, like, for me, I wouldn't even think to bring up hygiene, because I don't remember being with chicks that's just been like have pH problems down there.
Exactly.
So it's like, for me, it's not something that's like at the forefront, but it seems like that it's kind of a big issue.
It's a high priority concern.
Well, maybe. I mean, yeah, you could be right, but at the same time, you could be. It can look like this.
But I've also only been with 2 women in my life.
You get a little older, and you just be picking out just the little things that you might want to encounter, and you know that you like. So it's probably at the front of your mind, and you just speak off of that. You see what I'm saying? Not saying that shit. The stuff all messed up down there, whatever. Yeah. I'm just saying. The simple things, like a nice smelling woman that got lotion on, and just the one that take care of themselves, they love themselves, and you can see it, and it shows. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. They take a little bit more time with themselves.
Exactly. If you see a chip in the nail, then you know she ain't taking care of the small stuff. She definitely ain't taking care of the big stuff. A chip in the nail, their toes should be done nicely. At least those 2 things that she's bringing forth on the table that you can visualize. And if you can't see those, if those 2 things are offline, you know she ain't taking care of the big stuff. Sorry.
Are you willing to pay for that in your woman?
Is she my solid woman? Is she my solid woman?
Yeah.
I'll throw that in once in a while. I wouldn't throw it in for a girlfriend, because that means she can't afford her own up.
No, we talking about your wife.
My wife? Oh yeah, I don't care about that. Yeah. She better look good like that.
Part of the package, right?
Yeah. That way she can't say I didn't have time. No. You got the money. Go and get it done. Let's that part you can do. I ain't giving her no granny panties, but that one she could do.
Bro, don't be slipping on them. Do not slip on them, especially the satin ones, bro.
You said them satin granny panties. Ooh, see, hey, you speaking from experience? Yeah.
Oh man, y'all are ridiculous.
Hey, even the moo-moos, goddamn, listen. The moo be looking good too now.
Hey, look, yeah.
When she get up and that thing out there get a little hungry, she gotta pull it out real quick.
You talking about when you talking about when the booty start eating the moo in the back?
He damn jealous. I wish I was moo.
The booty start eating the moo. Yeah, a good moo or just a single teeth. I mean, the moo is kind of like the same concept as a man's t-shirt, a big t-shirt. Yeah, you know what I mean? Same thing.
Yeah.
When the booty eating the moo.
Yeah, that's it, man. I mean, we just got to be talking real shit, man. People got to relate to these things. I ain't the only one, and we ain't the only one.
Yeah. Hey, everybody can laugh about that.
Like that lady in the video that Antoine didn't like. I guarantee she put a moo on her booty, gonna be eating it.
I never said it wouldn't happen. I never said that. You see that? Those are two separate things. Listen, I like sushi. I'm not crazy about it, but every once in a while I'll go and have it. Every once in a while, if I get a craving.
See, that's the thing. You see how people preferences are? Like it's enough to talk crazy about it, but never wife it. See, like, and that's the thing. Like,
but that's what we got to stop doing. Then
you gotta stop.
Because we got to know what we want and go for that. Don't
mess around in between.
But let's be real.
That's right. Because you out there dipping and diving.
Yeah, and you really don't want that.
You really don't.
So like that's what I said previously. It's like men that complain about the body types of women that they don't want. It's kind of weird at some point. Yeah. Like if you don't like that, why are you paying attention to?
Why are you over?
Why
are you over
like I don't have complaints about obese people that's on 600-pound life. I'm not interested in being with nobody that they gotta be pushed around on a forklift. You know what I'm saying?
Or Antoine out here was playing the biggest con game of all. Antoine like them Lizzo chicks. Antoine know darn well. Antoine putting on the front. He's like, if I act like I don't like them, you know what I mean? And when they, I can be with them all day long, and nobody ever be the wiser.
I can't do it.
Are you saying
I can't do it?
That Antoine is projecting?
Man, Antoine's full of shit. That's what I'm saying.
Antoine over there
Antoine projecting.
Oh, you guys, man, I can't do it, guys. I'm sorry, man. No, I can't do it. Believe me, and you know what? It's not like I haven't tried. I've tried to look past that, but it's just two different lifestyles,
Yeah.
But what if you was put in her life so you can, like, she's willing to do the work. She just needed that, just like
what if you was there to inspire? Inspire her to. Because like, listen, like, none of us
200 pounds.
Like none of us come complete. None of us are perfect, right? Yeah. And you don't know how far off you are from being better until you around somebody that can tell you what you can improve on, and you can respect. You know what I'm saying? Hearing what you need to improve on from the right person, right? So other people are like that, because what if you become a better painter with the right, you know what I'm saying, woman in your life, right?
Yeah.
You say the right woman make me a better painter?
Yeah.
No, you think I need a woman to make me a better painter? I don't even need her to inspire me. I need nothing from her in that area. She'll be lucky if she even walked in that room. She'll be lucky if she even walks in that room.
But your wife can walk in there.
She has no reason in that room.
Your wife can walk in there.
My wife has no reason. She will even know not to cross that line. The only thing she will
I got a scenario for Antoine.
Are you crazy? She will probably just reach for the coffee cup and back up in the same footsteps she made going forward. Are you nuts? I don't need her for no inspiration, nothing. It was there before her. It will be there after her.
And Antoine, check this out.
He ain't inspiring shit. Inspire me in the kitchen and in the bedroom. When it comes to that,
hear me out. Hear me out.
No, when it comes to that, she ain't inspired. I don't need her for nothing. She ain't making me create no damn new color, no nothing. If anything, she'll stop me from creating. So no. I don't need her for that. I don't need no inspiration. None of that lovey-dovey movie shit.
No.
Can I give a fictitious utopian scenario for Antoine?
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. So Antoine, here's your fictitious utopian scenario. All right.
Yeah, let me hear this.
All right. I think it's going to be a good one. I hope it forces you to think, because I think it would force me to think too.
Okay.
All right.
Let me
so here's the scenario. You meet a nice young lady, right? She meets all of your requirements, right? You guys are together for 5 months or so. You finally bring her around close enough to where you see some of her artwork. You show her some of your artwork. Or either you decide that one day, you know, for some odd reason, you have a wild hair up your butt and you decide to let her in the room, right? And then she says everything is fine. And then later on, she mentions something about your brush stroke, or how it could be better if you did something like this, right? And then what do you do then if you find out
She
right after that, you say, well, what gives you the right to say so? And then you find out she tell you who she really is, and she's like the number 3 top artist in the world, but you just don't know it. Right? Now what do you do?
That is one hell of an hypothetical.
This is a utopia, Antoine.
This is utopia.
Okay, guys. First of all, it would have to be she would have to say something profound. Like I'm talking like profound. Let's just say it would have to. I mean, I would challenge that. Oh, I would challenge
even as a number 2 selling artist, and even as the number 2 artist in the world.
Yes, you would have to say something profound.
Assume it exists.
Okay, assume it exists. I would put the brush. I would lay down a new canvas, put the brush in her hand, and say, "Show me what you're talking about." Oh hell yeah! I would have to see that. I would really.
You got to see it.
I'm not saying I'm the best. Actually, I'm saying I'm one of the best in the world. But let's just say this: you would have to cross your T's and dot your I's if you're going to come into my room and say something about art. Because I've done the history. It's been my life. I've dedicated my life, and I studied the history, the past, the Frazettas, the Boris Vallejo.
She ain't no slouch. She the number 2 artist in the world. Female artist.
I would put that brush in her hand, and I would say, "Demonstrate what you're talking about. Make it a visual image for me. Demonstrate." And if she demonstrated that, if she pulled that off, oh Lord have mercy, if she pulled that off,
now, okay,
my goodness, if she pulled that off, I would have to say, where did you learn that? You're an artist. Would
you be willing to learn from her, and would you still be able to have a relationship?
Yeah,
and like learn from her.
Now I'm really gonna.
Now it's becoming competitive.
Now it's like, yeah, let's see what you better pull out. You better take me to the back.
Now you're in competition with your wife.
yeah. Now I'm like, okay, let's see what you got. Let's really see what you got. Mind you, but art is not about competition, because it's.
I know.
Different styles make up. It's like somebody writing a horror book, and Vic would say somebody writing comedy. It's 2 different things, right? So you can appreciate both. Like I'm not a fan of abstract. My thing for abstract, and if you know what abstract is that stuff that doesn't make sense. I always say it's an artist that wants to be an artist but can't draw, right? That's my explanation of it. But yeah, that would be like, wow, I would. Ooh, that's a good. Garfield, I miss you.
Came on here just for you, Antoine.
Hey, they tell me you're in the back. They tell me you're in the comment section when we're doing it. Is that true?
Yeah, I'm in there. I'm in there most weekends. I mean, most Wednesdays.
Yeah, I still watch you and Coach with them sophisticated talk on Fridays. I still watch you. I watch you guys.
Tron, now I got another scenario.
Oh Lord.
So what if y'all have a good time in the bedroom, right?
Right.
At night. Y'all have the wonderful, like best date ever. You really feeling her, whatever the case may be. You kind of like you feeling some butterflies. You might be in love. You're on the verge of it. You feel me? Now she wake up, she cook you breakfast, this and the third. She go about her business or whatever the case may be. You go into the canvas room where you start painting. You trying to tell me that your art is not going to be inspired?
By
you're
what?
You're not going to be a little bit loose with the wrist?
For what? By what? I don't need her for that. Dude, I don't need her for that. It's best she not even look in that room. I don't need her for that. She serves no purpose in that room. I don't understand. When I create, she's not even in the vicinity of my mind. If anything, she's gonna piss me off if she knocks the door and she takes me out of my zone.
We know how you feel about the room. So what I'm saying is, right, with that scenario that Unc just gave,
right,
and like, let's say she satisfies your requirement,
right?
How do you think that you would behave if you were actually impressed by her actually completing the task?
I think I would be blown away. I'd be so impressed. I would be so impressed. I told you, I would pop down a new canvas, mix them colors up, and say, "Show me that stroke." I would be so impressed.
So you'd be turned on.
Hell yeah.
That's what. Look, so hey, ladies, if you can paint, that's the only way you're gonna meet Antoine. You hear that?
No, if you have any type of art form,
you got to.
No, you got to be able to paint better than Antoine.
So you see that?
That's not gonna happen. But yeah.
So this whole time,
let's be real. I wouldn't marry an artist, right? I mean, we're weird. I wouldn't marry an artist. We're weird.
That's what we're saying. So like,
yeah, we're weird. I wouldn't marry an artist. We're weird. I need the opposite.
Yeah. So if you wouldn't marry an artist, right?
Yeah, it would be too.
And you're an artist. How do you feel about that? Like,
I wouldn't
because it's real interesting. Because you have to have, like, I've always said that participation is where the connection actually is. You know what I'm saying? So you got to get somebody to participate with you in some kind of way. They can't come help do what you do, right?
Wait, wait. Participate with me when you say as far as my art?
That I'm breaking it down. Like when I say participate, share an interest in something. She don't necessarily do what you do, but like you just said, if you can give her a paintbrush to prove your point, and it actually gets your interest at that point, what do you do then?
Okay, man, I got to make this clear. Listen. I really got to make this clear to you guys, man. I don't think you understand.
What do you think I'm saying? What do you think I'm saying?
That she has to show some sort of interest in my art?
No, I'm saying, like, based on that scenario that just put together, and
right.
she meets your threshold for, like, you're impressed with her, right?
Right.
Now, apparently the interest in each other is going to expand, would you say?
I would say, how are we going to do this? Because
that's what I'm saying. So like,
I would ask her, how are we going to do this? Because we're both freaking weird, right? We're both weird. We're not opposites. We're both weird in that area. How are we going to do this? I would have to sit back and say, do I want to put myself in this position of actually having a conversation with her dealing with art, even though she impressed me, you know? Because I've met some fine women at gallery showings and stuff like that, that art shows that I went to see. And they've told me, oh, I'm an artist too. And, you know, they show me their work and we have that common interest. But then I've always turned my head and said, I wouldn't marry that one. God damn, I know she weird. Because I'm weird in that sense. It would be a very, man, if she met all the criteria and I didn't know, and then when she saw my man, I'd have to really do I'd be honest with you, I'd have to do some soul searching on that one. I would really have to say, I'd pray on it and say, is this the right one for me? Mm-hmm. Like, I would have to really backpedal that and go, I would be breaking all my rules. I'd have to break all my rules.
That's what I'm saying. What would it take? But everybody's got rules. What?
Yeah, I'd have to break my rules. Yeah. I think men should be able to do that, so I'd have to do it. Because if she met
break the rules.
Yeah. If she met all the criteria and like what you're saying, and she did, I'd have to break my rules. I mean, yeah. You know, like listen, you know what? I'm even saying this. I I wouldn't. Let's say thick, because I wouldn't go for obese, but let's say thick. Thick is decent. Thick you can walk around with. So let's say thick. If she was willing to live a healthy lifestyle and maybe not be in the gym as much as me, but she's into staying in shape and keeping her weight where it's at, where I met her at, I would be willing to entertain that thought and that process. I wouldn't cut her off completely. Like I have morals and values too. And, I was raised better than that. So I would break it down like that to her, but I would really have that conversation, say, listen, I got to be honest with you. You meet everything, but we got to talk about the weight. I just can't afford you going up higher than that.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I had that conversation with her.
Like we're all 80-20. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you can be interested in some things 80% of the time, and the other 20% you either just don't care or haven't been, you know what I'm saying, put in a situation to address the 20%. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because nobody's perfect. So if she shared that creative interest, you know what I'm saying, with you, like she likes to do her thing, you like to do your thing, and somewhere you guys, you know what I'm saying, can bond. That's the main criteria that you should be looking for, because you need somebody that appreciates the arts the way that you appreciate the arts. They don't have to necessarily do your art or the same thing, but it has to be some mutual connection right there. Yeah,
there'd have to be. Okay, but I want to say this clear, because I need to make this clear. I don't need a woman in my professional life at all. Like, at all. I will not bounce anything off of her dealing art-wise. I will not ask her if this painting looks good. I don't need her for that. I've had it before her, and I mean it. I will have it after. She could never inspire me to draw. Ever. Because she doesn't possess anything in her that inspires me to draw. Because she's not of that world. And I don't need her in that world. She could come in, look, oh, that's a nice color. Great, now leave. Like, I don't need her. I don't want her in that area. I don't even want her in the vicinity of my mind when I'm creating. That's how really strict I am with what I do. And it keeps me humble in that room. But when I come out of that room, she's 100% in my personal life. Well, but I don't want a woman in that part of my life. Because for her to say, I want to join you and I want to enjoy what you enjoy, that's great. That's a trip. That's a family trip. That's like a walk in the park. That's all the grocery shopping, clothes. Great. But when it comes to my art, I'm walking in that room, closing the door behind me, and I'll tell you when I need coffee. That's how much I want it to be like that.
That's your man cave. That's your
That is my one solitude that belongs to me, and I don't want to share it with no one.
That's fair. You know.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's how I see it.
So the cutoff is 225. she can't go above 225. Yeah. She can goddamn.
No, I would say the max. The max
225. I'm talking about. She got them double G.
Okay, wait. That's a good question.
She's thinking all the right places.
Because I am a tip guy. I am a tip guy, so I gotta be humble to that. I am that.
Yeah, come on, talk about it, man.
See, I'm definitely the way their masses are today with that big ass and I do. I mean, some of them look like a Mission Impossible, boy. Because I know they ain't wiping that shit. They ain't reaching back there. But anyways, that's another story. But, there's no way in hell they're reaching back there. Their arms are too small and they ain't that flexible. Let's be real. They ain't flat. No, I said it. You know. You wiping from the front. You ain't wiping from the back. You wiping from the front. Don't be stupid. I know you're done. That's a shorter distance. I ain't stupid. Come on now. Let's do the math. You can calculate that.
Yeah, do it from out here. What you say?
I ain't gotta go out the straight.
Yeah. The straight from the source out. Okay.
The max would have to be, if I weigh 156, I'm willing to go to 160.
Serena Williams 225.
See, this is the thing. See,
I'm willing to go 160 and have her work down from there.
Oh, the max is 160?
And I have her work down from there. So she would have
no BBW.
I don't want. Yeah, 160 and down. And the reason why And it would be I'd have to tell her there's a certain time zone in that down, because she'd have to come down 20 pounds, 20, 30 pounds. And I would say, let's give it a good solid year. That means you're going to work.
So entry weight is somebody document these numbers.
Because you know why I'm saying that now? Because I've changed, right? I'm saying that now because I've changed. So, and just like I've changed on the baby mama situation, I've changed in that area. You know what I mean? I've changed in that area. So I'd have to say, yeah, 160 down, willing to work hard for a year to get it down to 130.
Coach crazy as hell. Hey, he said Antoine dating middle school girls.
How big are your women? Come on now. What are you talking about? Come on, Coach. How big are those women? Middle school, man, 160?
Yeah, man. Like 160 is
I told you, Twan. Serena Williams like 225.
Serena Williams is a man. What the hell are you talking about? Are you kidding me? That is the closest to drag you're going to get. You know she don't look like no woman. Why do you think she's never been on a Revlon commercial? Can you sell makeup with that face? She can only stick to sports and sports drinks. Let's be real on that. She ain't no Adonis that you go sculpt her out and go, God damn, that woman fine. She married the best possible thing she could have married. Because you know, boy, don't even get me started. I'm calling it like it is. I'm calling it like, and you know I'm right too. Because you look at her, you see drag. You don't see like, ooh, that's like, ooh, my goodness. Lord, you ain't crossing your head going like, Lord, give me one of those. You ain't doing none of that. And you know I'm right. You know I'm right. Unless you say I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure 9 out of 10 would agree with me.
What about the comedian Monique?
He's throwing lobs.
Come on, dude. Monique?
Yeah.
Why don't you just throw Lizzo in there and give me a? Why don't you just throw Lizzo in there?
I think Lizzo might be a little bit bigger.
Just throw Lizzo in there. Come on, man. But why don't you mention like Nev Campbell or who? Yeah, you know.
Who is Nev Campbell?
The model, supermodel.
Naomi.
Yeah, I'm about to say Nev. Like,
yeah, Naomi Campbell. Oh yeah,
that sounds like the lady that dips.
Like who else is fine?
A woman named Nev who probably chew tobacco.
There's some nice ones out there, boy. Like, and they're feminine too. They don't even like. They cross their legs and everything. I'm liking that.
Man, I am never, like shocked at anything you say, and I mean that because you're very consistent.
Am I wrong though? If somebody says I'm wrong, just tell me out where I'm wrong. I want to know.
I don't think anybody.
Have you ever seen Serena Williams in a dress or in a Revlon commercial? Let's be real. They can't market her like that because she can't sell makeup. She can't sell a dress. You've never seen her in it like that. What do you think? Look at Sharapova, who's not even a freaking half as good as her. She gets all these things. Serena's marketable only in one area based on her looks. It's just marketing. It's not that they hate her or anything, but they know people are going to look at it and go, really? No, you have to go with the market.
Oh, I don't. That's kind of like where I'm like, I don't really pay attention to what I don't like. So
exactly. So you mentioned it.
I mean, I just had to ask for the people.
No, people can be on
hey, listen, I know your voicemail is going crazy at 1-800-555-Antoine.
Come on now,
you guys, boy.
I called it yesterday.
Hey,
ain't nobody answer. Old lady answered the phone. She said he was eating his soup.
Listen.
On that chicken,
you guys know I'm right. You guys, you know what? Maybe I'm the bad guy.
Is your preference in a smaller size woman based off of visual, like the based off the way they look, or is it based off of not necessarily compatible, but like looks, like the scope, like when you look at a man versus a woman, you know, you may the aesthetics of a relationship and what it looks like, or like the ability to maybe have to carry her or move her, you know what I mean, different things like that. So like, do you know where your preference comes from? It's pretty much what I'm asking. Where does your preference
do. I absolutely.
And before you answer, like, can you read that up on the screen for me?
Get
Antoine drunk. He's abandoning all of that. He'll become a chubby chase.
You're right. At the end of the night, anything looks good. I agree. At the end of the night, everything looks good.
I agree.
And that's where you're gonna find it right there.
Of course. Anything looks good at the end of the night. We're talking if I'm gonna wife it though. Those are two different things. I never said I would.
I'm saying, what if the two things, like she's chubby or whatever the case may be, on the thick side, not your preference, but she's everything that you had to change your rules for. That's what I thought we were talking about.
But I told you I'd have that conversation with her, and I'd tell, and we're vibing. She tells me she likes me. I'm having that conversation. I'll tell her straight. You know what it is? You got everything working for you, but I just can't do the weight thing.
Because I was under the impression we're still in the utopia conversation. So
no. We out of the utopia, because I'm being honest with you. 160 down, but she'd have to be willing to do the weight in a year and get the weight down to 130.
But what if you drunk and then you find out that she's all this other extra stuff? You drunk and she thicker than 160 is what I'm saying.
You can tell what 160 looks like. I
know, but you drunk though.
Dude,
you would have a good time. You've been working out.
I ain't blind. Jesus, man, I still got my eyesight, man. When you see a fupa, you know that a fupa is pushing more than 160.
That's what I'm saying. And the fupa, listen,
if you see a fupa, then you know you already know she's over the
limit. It's a vagina warmer. I told you that.
Dude, that's a vagina oven that smells. What the hell you
listen to what I'm saying. Have you? I'm pretty sure in your house you got a double oven.
Dude, you know the fat girl smell. You know
got two ovens.
Yes, you know the fat girl.
You got two ovens. Yes or no?
Bro, you know the big girl.
Do you have two ovens? Yes or no?
You know the big girl smell. You don't know. You know what I'm talking about. It's that I'm taking off a shirt on a hot summer day, and then you go, whoa. You know the oven smell. Oh my God, dude. Big girl. Woo, yeah, they can't hide that with the makeup. They can do whatever they want. There's that odor of two skins rubbing together all day. The friction.
It's Antoine, the other artist, Christopher, 555. Call him up right now, ladies and complain.
You guys know I'm right.
That's just like crazy.
Listen.
I can't understand why you guys say I'm wrong.
Two ovens or not, Antoine, in your kitchen?
I got two ovens. One oven in my kitchen. What do you mean?
You got one oven. You don't got the double oven?
I got the microwave. I got a microwave thing.
Well, yeah.
All right. So in some houses, they have a double oven. They got two ovens in their kitchen. And if you got the oven up top, that's the fupa. The oven down bottom, that's the vagina. That's the same thing. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Dude, you ever see when they're big and they rub their legs together, they got that black spot? That's there for a reason. That's there for a reason. That's called chafing. That leaves a bruise. Let's go. You want? I'm speaking. I'm telling you, bro. Are you kidding me? Why? It's two different lifestyles, man. And I can afford better. Fat women are usually for broke guys. They can't afford the dime. I mean, this is normal.
But
some of them need a roof over their head. Some of them will even go 2 tons of fun because they need a roof over their head. They will do the mission impossible because they need a roof over their head. I'm not that guy. I'm not that desperate. I don't need to be.
So you drunk even at your drunkest moment. The chubby chaser we speaking of is 160.
Yes, I'm good with 160 if she's committed to losing it.
20 pounds.
30 pounds.
30 pounds in 6 months.
In 1 year.
In 1 year.
Yes. That's more than
enough.
enough.
Got to find some documentation.
Dude, I'll be weighing her.
Oh.
I'll be weighing her.
And when every month or every 2 weeks?
Listen, I'm going to be weighing her when I feel like it. So when she's eating that burger, I can say, get on the scale. Let's see if you earned it. Oh. I'm going to be honest with her. I'm not going to. That's the only thing that's stopping me from, I don't understand why men can't have conversations like this with women. Now, listen.
No, I'm not saying nothing. That's why I'm asking you.
I'll even tell you this. If my wife gave birth to my child and my family, and then she gained weight, I'm all for it. Baby, you did the most honorable thing to me, and you passed on my life. I am not even judging you. I'm just happy that you're living a healthy lifestyle to move forward. But you know what? You got that weight because of my kids. I'm good with that.
But if you meet somebody and they got some weight from other people's kids, you ain't good with that.
Why would I meet them? Why would I entertain that?
Okay.
Why would I entertain that? Like what? Why? Hey, I don't care. That's somebody else. I'm not gonna get with somebody else's mistake. Why would I do that? That'd be stupidness for me. That kid has no reason to respect me, nor call me dad. Like, why would I put myself in that situation?
I'm saying if you're a good role model to him and for him and everything, why not?
But why would I?
Antoine, have you seen what? Have you?
Why would I want to take care of somebody else's mistake? Why would I want to?
No, I'm saying like, listen. I'm the young boy for real. Let's be honest. I'm the young boy. I don't have a dad. My dad is not in my life, right? So I'm coming to you because my mom likes you. I'm trying to like you. So if you treating her right and treating me right, why I can't call you dad?
Because I'm not. I'm not. No, I told Vic and I'll say it again.
Mr. Antoine, can I call you dad?
No, because I ain't. And I even told Vic, unless the man is dead and I can adopt you, then I can whoop your ass if you get out of line like every other dad should do. I'm in. There's a possibility.
Yeah.
There's a possibility.
You gonna mush him?
What?
You gonna mush him out the way after you say no?
What do you mean?
You gonna push him out the way?
I'm not gonna push him out of the way. I ain't gonna put my hands on him. I got a lot to lose. I can't do that.
Oh, okay.
I can't even discipline the kid. I got a lot to lose. I can't do that. I'm thinking of my life. Are you kidding me?
Oh,
my life.
You're not entertaining nothing like that.
No, because I'm not going to disrupt my life like that. Anything could happen. I'm not risking all what I've built, earned, and worked my ass off. For what?
Right.
Are you kidding? And I'm being dead serious right now. You're coming into my world. I ain't coming into yours. I don't even care. Like I said before, I don't even care if parents don't like me. I ain't marrying them.
Right.
I don't need them to like me. Okay. They should like me because I'm a nice guy and I'm going to be a great husband and a great provider and I'm going to do all the fatherly duties. I'm going to do everything right. So if you don't like me, that's your feelings. Then fine. If your feelings don't like me, that's great. You can have it over there. She can go and visit you. She can even go and stay with you. She ain't taking our kids, but she can go over there.
Okay. Hold that thought. We got some live footage coming in.
Yeah. Like I'm getting the link set up real quick. We want to see what we about to view right now.
I like having Garfield. I miss my Garfield, man. Hey,
right.
Coconut.
You ready for this?
Yeah, let's do it.
Put your glasses on, Twan.
Put
your glasses on, Twan.
All right, we finna check this video out. What are we looking at here?
I don't know. We about to take a look.
Here we go.
This is what 160 look like.
110 to 190 pound. Body looks like.
Okay. You see? You can work with that.
Show the other one.
And she's in the gym. And she's tightening shit up. That's just a little tweak in her diet.
Do she got to lose 30 pounds?
What was that?
Do she got to lose 30 pounds?
Looking like that? Yeah, she still got to come down, but you're looking good.
Show the other one.
I'm going to play it right now.
You just got to tweak her diet. That's just about tweaking the diet.
What about this one right here? Hang on a second. You ready? This one right here for you.
Show me what a 110 to 190 pound body looks like.
Yeah, I can work with that. That's nice, man.
That's
Yeah.
160 pounds though.
That's okay. I see. I can work with. And she's in the gym, getting it done, tightening it up. That's just a matter of tweaking the diet. That's just a matter of tweaking the diet. But she has the discipline. She has the discipline already. I don't have to instill that in her. That comes with the discipline.
Antoine, that's good eating where I come from.
That's very good eating. That's taking the fork out of your mouth, and you know when to do it. Right?
No, I was talking about the other eating. I wasn't worried about losing 30 pounds. Lose 30 pounds where?
At that stage, you're just tightening it up. That's all it is. And I love that. I think that's great. I think that's great.
You can get her out the house if it's a fire, right?
Yeah, I can pick that up. I can pick that up. I would say every man should yeah, I can pick that up. I'm good. That's dragging behind me. If I can't pick it up, I'm definitely pulling her out. But anything bigger than that, I'm going out the window. I know how you fit now. I know about you. I know I'm jumping. I know I'm fitting through the window.
What else you got? You had some.
Nothing. I'm done.
Show me a 200 pounder.
A 200.
Why would you want to show me that?
Nice fit in shape 200 pounder. The one I like.
You said the one you like.
Yeah, the one I like, the heavyweight.
You said the heavyweight.
Yeah, I like to move the furniture around.
God damn. Really? You can go at 200 pounds?
200, I can pick them up, Twan.
But that's a woman. That's like that's 200 pounds.
Yeah.
Are they even made to have that be that big? Like naturally?
Hey, listen. Have you
When
ever
did this
seen
200-pound woman come around? Do you think it was like that back in the day?
Have you seen
That's my mother's 200 pounds. Jesus Christ.
Have you seen a rhino ass?
I seen a rhino ass with
Okay. All right. Well, have you seen a horse ass?
A horse is firmest animal on the earth, man. Solid.
Have you seen a horse ass is what I'm saying.
Yeah, and it's solid. Yes.
Okay, so that might be 200 pounds. That's just too big for some people.
Dude, that's
so donkey finna hit it. I mean, you see what I'm saying? They need another thoroughbred. You see what I'm saying?
Pull up 200 pounds. Pull up 200 pounds, bro. Let me just see what the hell this guy. Let me just see what he called. Let me see what you call 200 pounds. How about that? Let's see what you call.
Hey, listen, you about to work.
Oh, we got two clips coming up. Hang on a second.
I want to see.
You better keep your tongue in your mouth.
Let's see what 200 pounds is.
All right, hang on.
Well, you better keep that tongue in your mouth too.
I'm setting it up for you. I got you.
That's gonna be pretty easy.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see if it's gonna be easy.
And I hope the height matches the 200 pounds. Goddamn.
My man already growling. All right.
Fine.
I can't.
Hold on, that's one. That's one. Hold on. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing.
All right. Crazy.
225 coming in strong.
Hold up.
225? Oh Lord.
225, baby.
Your opinion of me is not the opinion that I have of myself. You ain't make me, so you can't break me. You didn't build me, so you can't kill me. You know what? God established me. So you ain't nothing you could do to me. I've been him. I've been a difference maker, a game changer. I've been that guy.
Antoine, are you impressed?
Guys, she's gonna have to be in the gym for the rest of her life. That's 200. That's 75 pounds away from 300. Are you kidding me? Like, you know, it's only up from there, and she cannot keep up that stamina. I don't understand why. It's like, no. That's like a lot. Oh, that's a lot. I don't understand why a woman can't be under 150. Like, they're a woman. Like, I don't understand that. No.
Twan. They make cars in all different shapes and sizes. They make women in all different shapes and sizes.
Yeah, you have to put certain gas in it to make it run good. So what's your point?
I'm giving her the gas that she needs.
Yeah, all that junk food and cellulite and thing bouncing all over the place, not looking natural.
Coach over here talking about Antoine breaking out in the hives.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm trying to be nice over here, man. You're killing me, Coach.
Hey,
I'm trying to be nice.
You can say what you want.
I'm trying to be nice. No, man. It's like you're a woman. You shouldn't be weighing that. I mean, listen. Unless you got a medical condition,
shit.
You know, you live near. Unless you got a medical condition and you know your thyroid ain't working right, and even though that's a very small percentage of women, there should be no reason why you look like that. Like, no. And there's no such thing as big bone. No, you just fat. You know, you could be thick and you could be solid.
We just showed you thick. Showed you thick. We ain't show you nobody that sit on
listen,
Did you see fat women anywhere in any of the clips?
We showed you prime face.
Listen. Those women look like they are in shape, and I give them, except the one in green. She was jiggling all over the place. That one, I'm like, the arms were thick and no. Now, listen, I'm able to look at these women without using my dick. I'm able to look at them visually, so that's how I'm looking at them, right? I'm not looking at them. It's like I'm looking at them honestly. Critique. I'm just saying, it's only up from there, man. It's only up from there. Up. They ain't going back. It's only up. And if you're good with that, you know, if they push out a kid and they hit 250 and 300,
well, the thing is that you still want to have kids, though, right?
Yeah, but I mean,
so I understand what you're saying in terms of just the numbers, because the numbers are valuable to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're thinking about a woman post children.
Post children, there's no reason for you to look like that.
And you wouldn't even be in a relationship with a woman that couldn't have children right now.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, because that's one of my main focuses right now.
Okay, so that's a factor in your preference as well.
Yeah, it's like I said, that's a very strong thing for me. There would be no reason for me to get married unless a woman wants kids. So I don't need her why would I get married to her if I didn't want kids?
Okay, so going forward now. So, at what age is too old for you to consider having children?
Oh, I already made that cutoff point. I said 60.
Okay, so for the next 14 years, if you don't meet a woman that's 160 or below, it's over with.
Yeah, I'm being realistic. Yeah, because I don't know at 60 if I'd want to take on, and I'm talking even like 60. That's it. Because I don't think on my 50th birthday, I don't even think I'd want to take on the responsibility of having kids and daycare and all that. I don't think at that frame of mind, I'd have that frame of mind.
Okay, so so you're prepared right now mentally for the next 14 years to only look for women that weigh 160 and below.
Right.
Okay,
and
gotcha.
Like I said, I'm open to baby mamas if the father is dead.
I don't know why I laugh at that every time, but it's just so specific.
That would be the only reason. You know, that would be there would be no other because I if the man's in jail, then I know he's coming after me when he gets out. That's not gonna happen. And I'd have to meet him. I'd have to meet him, talk to him. I'd have to see if he's okay with it because I don't want no trouble, right?
Damn.
I don't want no trouble. So I'd meet with him. I'd want to know she has a good relationship with him because I'm not going to be the one hearing the argument of you keeping the child from him because I'm a man. So I would want to see my child too. I don't want that chaos. My life is so structured right now, and I want to keep that kind of like structure. Do I have things I need to work on? Yes, I'm working on them every day. But you're coming into my world of peace. Really, it is peace. I have my problems, I have my issues, and I have my bills like everybody else. But emotionally, mentally, physically, I am sound mind and body 100%. There's no, oh, let me see if I'm ready for a relationship. I ain't doing none of that shit. I rather say, okay, I got to pay this. I got to pay that. I got to get up. I got to have this. I'm good with that. That's called life. I mean, that's where I'm at. And I'm, like I said, I've made my mistakes. I'm willing to make mistakes and learn from it. the masculine accountability that Vic always talks about. When he says that, I'm thinking like, "Ooh, am I in that area? Yeah, you know what? I can use some improvement." Even these interactions every Wednesday, I learned something. But if a woman's coming into my life, there's gonna be just peace, and she will be signing a check to pay for things. She will be opening up her wallet. She's not coming into like, "Oh, I'm gonna just sit here and look pretty and shit and give me sex." Sex is automatic, but I mean, you know.
So, Twan, real quick. So, you're basing off this number 160 because that's how much you weigh.
Yeah, 4 pounds over me.
And then what about the height? She can't be too much taller.
I don't care about that. I don't care about height. I mean, that's a woman thing, right? They care about height, six pack, and all that. I don't care about that. That does nothing for me. I don't even care if she makes. I don't even care if she makes more than me. Because she's gonna be a woman when she comes next to me anyway. So I don't really care.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, at least you know you
got some understanding, yeah.
Yeah, like
you got some understanding,
because when people will hear, you know, like one part of what you're saying, and they think that you're making a blanket statement across the board. You know what I'm saying? That you know, like there's no wiggle room on the criteria, but they don't know why. You know what I'm saying? Because if you got a specific reason for marriage, which is for, in your case, children, then that right there needs to be kind of packaged in there. You know what I'm saying? So now you got children, 160, age 46, and up to 16, up to 60. So 14 years. Now you got to look at which age bracket would you be interested in as you get older, because you already talked about you don't like the women in their 20s because they hard to communicate with, right? So you got to think about what age bracket of woman is out there that fits your criteria that you can communicate with effectively.
Okay, so before I answer that, I have to say something. Also, by 60, if I'm not married, I'm not getting married, because everything that I've worked for will go to my godchild and my nieces and nephews. It will not go to my significant other, so she can forget that shit, right? She's coming in, but that's like, I'm not getting married after that, because I don't need her for anything else, right? So all whatever I leave behind, my legacy, that's all going to my niece and nephews and my family, my brothers, and yeah. Okay. So that goes without saying. The most I'll probably leave her is maybe a little something to keep her company, right? That's how that's gonna be. And if I live with her and we live in the same house, then I'll leave the house to her, because my brother wouldn't want it anyways. So I'll leave it. Yeah.
And that's the other thing. Where do you think that you will be geographically? What area, you know what I'm saying, in the world would you be living in to find this particular woman that fits this criteria for you between the age of 46 to 60? That is child that you would like to have a child with?
Well, you know, what's that? I've done the math. Actually, it's funny you should say that, because I've done the research on that, right? And how much it costs to be, a surrogate, or how much, that would cost. And, I would like a woman decently between 35 and 40, because I think they're mature enough to know what they want. And all their games, they're simply played out. They've been
there. Plenty of women in their 40s is down to have another baby too.
Yeah. And you know what? The way, yes, geriatric pregnancy is at 35, but if you look percentage wise, I think it's like 60% or something like that women in their 40s have healthy children. And I got to make sure I'm healthy too, right? So I'm not gonna waive that out. And if she really, really wants one, I'm down to try it with her. If not, we adopt.
How many women in the age bracket of 35 to 40 weigh 160 pounds?
The ones that know how to take a fork out of their mouth.
I'm just saying, like, how many, like, based on that?
I think a lot of women. I think a lot of women weigh within that bracket.
Attractive in that age bracket that weigh 160 or less.
I think all the women that I've liked have weighed under 160 and less.
So you've had success.
Yeah, I've always been open to it.
Have you been successful in dating women between 35 and 40 that weigh 160 or less?
I have in that area, I have no problem attracting nice
women. Where
do
you go to meet women that's between the age of 35 and 40 that weigh 160 or less. Because this is what, like, you got very
you know what's funny? You should say that, because lately I've been hanging out at a lot of coffee shops and day bars. And when I say day bars that have like cold drinks and coffee and nice sandwiches and shit like that. And a lot of my friends, we have lunches at these places because we're all single. The guys I hang out with, we're all looking for the same thing, right? So we frequent at these places, the happy hours, and where mature people go, business people go to mingle and whatchamacallit? What's the word I'm looking for, Vic? Network.
Network.
So like that, because I'm not much of a drinker, but I'll have a good lunch, good dinner, stuff like that. I love dinners. So even if a girl thinks she's getting one over me because I'm buying dinner, I'm like looking at her going like, you're part of the tax write-off, right? Like, and I'm sure you know that too. So
yeah,
you know what I mean?
You got to date with a vengeance.
I'm dating with a purpose. I'm dating with a purpose. I'm not going to waste a girl's time. I'm dating with a purpose.
What you got on?
I just want to make sure I didn't steer the conversation. What's the topic for tonight? What was the show's topic?
Man,
I came in and I probably stirred the pot. So your audience probably like, look, this ain't what I tuned in here for.
Okay.
Well, the topic tonight was supposed to be trust, and all of this still kind of fits underneath the umbrella of it. You know what I'm saying? It's about trusting yourself. So many times we talk about trust and about who to trust, but can you trust yourself to not break your own rules unless it's for the right situation? You know what I'm saying? So you guys kind of like walked all the way into, what tonight's topic was really, really about, because trust is about like not compromising yourself too. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to trust you first, because you can't recognize trusting other people if you can't stick by your guns and stand on your business. You know what I'm saying? And a man like Antoine don't do nothing but stand on what he said. He said what he said,
and I stand by 100%.
And 100%. With Brett being in the conversation and you guys over here brainstorming this utopia, it shows that, like, when you talk about preferences or whatever, sometimes you have to adjust. Sometimes your environment is adjusted and you have it. And remember what I talked about, changing your bait? Yeah.
But you know what, Vic? I have to admit, social media has made me not trust. All right. I remember we talked about that. Social media has made me not.
Hold up, Antoine. I know you're gonna go there, but think about this. Social media is good. Social media has, if you're speaking about polarity, so social media has both sides. They got the crappy side where all the trash is being talked, and then they have the positive side of it too. So if there's no shade or disrespect to you, however, if that's what you're seeing on social media, that's what you're feeding into. That's what you want to see, because that's what the algorithm is sending you. So if that's what you're seeing, then that's what you have your eyes on. Or am I wrong?
No, you're wrong in a sense, because I don't know if you've known. That's why I told Vic I don't watch social media like I used to anymore, because of the fact that it's jaded me and it's made me judge people too much. It's made me dive into the stereotype, believe the stereotype. It's made me cross the street when I'm walking. That's how much social media I used to watch while I draw. And I changed that because it's too damn negative. I always say people can want what they want what they want. Just don't expect delusional results, right? What I bring to the table is exactly what I have. You're going to see it. And you just have to match me on that level. And when I say match me on that level, I'm not talking financially. I'm talking about ethically, morally. When I vet a girl, I'm not vetting her. I'm vetting her communication with her family, with the men that she had in her past life, everything. I'm vetting that backside of her. I don't care what she's showing me. I don't care how fine she looks. But we're talking the rest of my life here. So I'm vetting who she interacts with. I'm vetting her friends. I'm seeing how her friends are. It's funny you should say this, and I'm going to say this, even though I don't want to talk about my personal life. I had a girl that I was going to drive up to Santa Barbara. And if you live in California, Santa Barbara is like an hour and 44 minutes away. So I'm like, God damn, my car all the way up there. Okay, let's go. Long story short, So I said to her, I'm not familiar with Santa Barbara, but you know what? Pick a restaurant that you want to go to, and then we'll go. That way we can start the evening there, because she was that fine for me to want to go up there, right? No kids in the age bracket. Perfect. I'm thinking lives alone, has a dog that I can... Below was, I would say, she, you know what? I'm not even gonna lie. She looked like she was above 160. She looked like it to me, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But I do know her profile pictures match what I saw on Facebook and on the FaceTime. So, anyways, long story short, driving up, I said to myself, okay, so you pick a restaurant out there, and then I'm not familiar with Santa Barbara, but we'll go and have a good time. So she goes, okay, she sends me 4 restaurants. Those 4 restaurants, because little does she know, I know somebody up there, I just don't go up there. The 4 restaurants were the highest freaking restaurants you could spend to eat at. The highest, meaning it's $45 for an entree. It's like $90 for wine and all that shit. So I pick up the phone and I said
no
to her,
Applebee's or Cheesecake Factory.
She went balls to the wall, thinking that I'm like, oh, okay, you're a girl like that. So I call up my buddy and he says, bro, she picked the highest restaurant, blah, blah, blah. Went on Google, looked at all the restaurants, saw the menu. I said, oh my goodness. So then I call her up. My friend goes, you know what, bro? This place is a good place to go, affordable. She's nice, but she ain't that nice. She ain't your wife yet. Call her up, and I changed. I said, we are going to this. I wasn't asking her. I was telling her, we're going over here. This is my friend told me about this pasta dish. I'm dying to try this pasta. Do you know she had second thoughts about it? The minute she said, why over there? Why aren't you taking me to this? Why aren't you taking me to that? I go, you know, the funny thing is I ain't taking you nowhere. That you just wanted a meal, and an expensive one at that. But if you're going to judge me by the restaurant that you picked, nah. Right there, I knew what I was getting. See, they all it's a telling tale. They all fucking that's how you vet them.
What should she have done in that situation? Because this is the way I was. Let me tell you what I heard. You told her that you don't know the area that will pick a restaurant, and she sent you 4. You didn't like the 4 that she chose based on the price, and you got a suggestion. So let's stop right there.
Okay.
Would it have been better if you had talked to your friend before you went to Santa Barbara and just asked for a restaurant suggestion?
No, I told her that that's one of my ways of vetting women, because a humble woman wouldn't pick a restaurant like that. She wouldn't pick a restaurant that's high price, high end like that. I
would like to assert that I think you as a man should have picked out the restaurant and done the research and just said we're going there. And then then skipped all of that, giving her the chance to give you what you don't want. If you had already picked, well, what I'm saying is, like, you can still vet her by what she orders off the menu at the restaurant that you choose.
No, you put it in their end and you see how they would choose, because she don't even know me like that, and she doesn't even know if I have that kind of money. She don't know me like that.
But that's the thing. Did it get you the result that you wanted?
Yeah, it told me that she's a damn gold digger and she's thinking only of herself.
All right, so pause. I want to interject right here.
Come on.
I think that there may be a flaw in your vetting process. I don't have a problem with the vetting process. I actually like it. But I think there's a flaw in it. So the flaw would be this: what if she is used to eating expensive meals, and she has this ain't even in utopia kind of. What if it's this same woman that you was vetting was a successful multimillionaire or something like that, and she could afford to eat these places, and she wasn't expecting you to pay her tab. She knew going to there that she was going to pay her tab and you were going to pay yours. I don't know. You know more about this woman than I knew. Y'all FaceTime and stuff like that, but that's where I see a potential flaw in your vetting process. I don't have a problem with the vetting process at all. Like I said, I like it. I like that you have a vetting process. I think more men should have vetting processes in there, and I think this is one that's really good initially. But like I said, I think the only flaw is just that if this woman was expecting to pay for herself, she wasn't expecting for you to pay, and she just wanted to go to a nice high-end restaurant that she could actually afford anyway. So that's why that's what I say.
I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. Any woman that has the man's interest at heart, she's going to say, you know what? I'm going to pick a decent restaurant, a nice restaurant, because I don't know what this guy's finances are, but I really want to entertain his company, and I really want. She's not going to go for the highest freaking 4 of the highest end restaurant. She's not, and I know she didn't have it like that. I'm not stupid. I know she didn't.
She didn't have it.
I just wanted to see what restaurants, Garfield. I just wanted to see where her mind is at, and if she would be humble enough to say, you know what, I know this guy. You know what? Let's go for a nice dinner over here. It's got a great outside view. She's went by the price tag. She went by the price tag.
Can I tell you something?
That's all I'm saying. And yes, I did tell her to pick it because I wanted to see what she would pick. Because if she comes here, I know where I'm taking her. But I'm like, let me see. I'm not saying Chuck E. Cheese or some shit like that. I'm just saying I wouldn't go for that. Like if I'm taking a girl out for dinner, I don't care how fine she is. She ain't going to 5-star. Telling you that right now. Because if she ain't going 5-star, she's not my wife and she's not my significant other. That's for specialties over there. That's a nice night, a nice evening. I'm gonna treat you special. Boom, boom, boom. But I'm just meeting you. You're lucky I'm giving you dinner. It should have been a coffee, for crying out loud. But I go, you know what? Let me see. I haven't been up there. And that's all I'm saying. For me, that's how I bet. And if she had she said, you know what, this is a nice area. What do you like to eat? What do you like to? She didn't even ask me what I like to eat. Nothing. Her interest wasn't in me. She should have asked me, hey, what do you like to eat? I don't even know what you like to eat. You want to eat chicken? You want outside dining? Like, how do you feel? Because it's your first time up here, and I want to show you around. What about that? What about all that? Here we go. 4 restaurants, the highest end restaurants in Santa Barbara. Really?
I would say, I like I'm in agreement with the need for a vetting process is you know what I'm saying, there needs to be one, because you just can't. Because you're responsible for whatever you put your resources against. You know what I'm saying? So right. I respect that. I just looked at listening to it. I was just thinking about execution. You know what I'm saying? And things that you could take away. I think if you say you date with a purpose, right? I think that you should go into it trying to minimize potential conflict. You got to take as much decision making away from her as possible. You know what I'm saying? Because you're responsible for setting the atmosphere to make her comfortable. You know what I mean? So the more decisions you put on her in the beginning, the more friction that you're going to potentially create.
Absolutely. But Vic, all I'm saying is that if a girl's coming here, if I'm taking a girl out for dinner, I'm going to vet her and say, so what do you like to eat? What you have a go-to? It's like my cheat day. So
it's about the meal or the restaurant? You talking about the meal?
I'm asking her about the meal. I'm going to involve her in what I'm choosing. Yeah. I know a lot of nice places. Do you have a preference of what you like to eat? Because I don't know if you're allergic to fish, seafood. I don't know anything. And she's probably going to say, you know what? I like a good fish. Okay, great. I'll take care of it. I know where we're going. Right? Yeah. She didn't even ask me one question about that. She didn't even say, what do you feel like having? You told me to pick restaurants, but I don't know what you're about. Like, nothing. So she failed on that end for me because she's not involving me. She failed on that.
What you got, bro?
All right, fine. What about this? What was the objective? The objective was to go to dinner, right? With this fine-ass woman, right?
Right.
So let's do this. Why is that such a big deal if it's an expensive restaurant?
I'll tell you why. You didn't earn that expensive restaurant. You ain't worth it yet. I don't even know if I can have 2 hours of conversation with you.
Okay, all right. Okay, you answered it. What about why does that matter? Like, if you just want to go get something to eat and have a good time, because I feel like some of the social media stuff still is a distraction to you or for you subconsciously, because we can't be living life. I mean, you can do whatever the hell you want to do, but I just feel like if I want to go out to get something to eat and I want to have some fine entertainment or some company, I don't care how much it costs. I just want to go out there and have a good time.
But you're forgetting.
You can't put a price on a good time, good conversation, good people, good everything, good energy.
But
that's all we saying, Twan.
No, but you're forgetting what I said in the beginning. I'm dating with a purpose. I'm not gonna go out there and have dinner with you if I'm not interested in getting to know you. You passed the looks test. The next thing is to get to know you. I'm going out there for a reason. I'm not going out there to eat. I can eat just fine right here and go up there in a full stomach, right?
Yeah, but Twan, you've been talking to three of us for like, hold on, just figure this out. I understand you trying to defend your stance, and I'm not trying to change your mind. We just trying to have a real man-to-man accountable conversation. Right. So if you already got the money, fuck all that other shit, man. Go ahead and have some fun. Enjoy yourself. Get to know her over some dinner. Don't try to put a block on it just because she fine as hell. She might just have she might got some shit that she's dealing with on the other end, and you might need to introduce her to some new shit because you're a dope ass individual. No,
I am not.
You got to go into your world. See, you ain't even let nobody talk. You just want to just over talk them or just cut them off.
Because you're forgetting everything I just said to you.
I heard everything that you said.
But if I say to you, I'm dating with a purpose, I ain't going out there to eat. I don't want to go out there to entertain you and eat with you. I'm not doing that anymore. Those days are gone.
This is the thing. If you're not doing that, why even entertain it?
Because she passed the looks.
You're going to dinner with them.
Yeah, I guess the question is this then. What do you expect from a woman that's aged 35 to 40, that's 160 pounds? What do you expect from her? How can that woman that fits into your criteria in that age bracket,
right,
meet your expectations? What do you like? Where is this type of woman? Because you already said you went to Santa Barbara, right? So, you know,
right. That's
what I'm saying. Like you talk about, you know how specific that criteria is when you think about that.
No, it's not. You guys, you're missing the whole point. The whole point is that she had a chance. She didn't. If she was smart, if she was even remotely smart, first of all, she would have engaged me in the conversation, saying, "Hey, you know what? I'm glad you're coming up here. I know it's a long drive for you. What do you like to eat? Like, what do you is there anything in particular you want to see?" Like, she would involve me in that conversation. That's the first thing I would tell her for a girl coming down from Santa Barbara. I would entertain her. Like, what do you like to do? There's a lot to see around here. Anything in specific I can look up and maybe we can go? Like, I'm going to involve you. She failed that test miserably. All she was thinking about was the food and eat. And if she did have other thoughts about things that we can do, she failed. She didn't mention them to me. So all I felt was like, in my mind, I'm thinking, wait a minute, why would you pick? First of all, you're not even asking me what I like. Second of all, you're sending me 4 restaurants and saying pick one. And I'm like, you're going to call me, text me back, ask me what I like to eat. I'm like, no. And then when I pick a restaurant that's just nice, just outside of the high end, all of a sudden you're starting to fumble at the lips. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. You had your chance. You messed up. I'm not that guy. That's all. And it's okay. And she's still doing the same shit.
Man.
So she's still doing the same shit.
What you think about that? What do you think? What adjustments based off of this conversation do you think could be implemented?
Well, I think it's not necessarily just one thing. I understand the vetting process. I think that's a one way to vet. I think also that, like Antoine said, like he was driving an hour and something up there, and if you're not thinking about, me driving an hour and something, what I may potentially want to eat and stuff like that, then I know right off the bat that you're not necessarily thinking about my best interests. So if I'm vetting someone to be my future wife, those would probably be not necessarily red flag, but it's definitely trending in that direction. That's a red flag that I can take that one, just because it may be based off of ignorance or just not knowing certain things. So I can take that one on the chin. And I also understand that, this is my money. This is my money, and I choose to do what I want to do with my money. And if I don't want to spend my money on some woman that I don't know, then I'm not willing to spend it just for a good time. Like, I get it, having a good time, but if I know I'm gonna have a good time, then I may not necessarily mind spending the money. But like Antoine said, he also mentioned that he don't know if she was gonna be, what the conversation was going to be like for 2 hours too. So I think that, when it comes to dates and stuff like that, like, I'm glad I ain't out there. I am so glad that I am not on Antoine's hot seat tonight. Antoine's dating hot seat tonight. So I'm glad I'm booed up. I got me somebody and I ain't have to go through this, because I would not want to be in your shoes, Antoine, because it seems like
no, it's brutal.
It's challenging out here. It's difficult out here. And you got my opinion and my 2 cents. You got Vic's opinions and 2 cents. You got Bread's opinions and 2 cents. You got everybody in the comments opinions and 2 cents. However, like Vic that talked about earlier, you got to trust yourself. Like, at the end of the day, no matter what we say, Antoine, you got to get the right woman for you. You ain't got to live with her. I ain't got to live with her. I don't care if she's 160 or 60 pounds. You got to live with her. If when she's clapping cheeks, it don't clap. It just go like this. Hey, it is what it is.
Another thing I didn't like about her, and maybe that's the side I'm starting to work on, is that how can I say this? Because I don't want to sound like I'm picky, but
you don't want to sound like you're picky.
No, I'm not picky. I just want
1-800
Antoine, you're delusional.
555.
Antoine, you're delusional.
What makes me delusional?
So here's why I don't think Antoine is delusional.
I want to hear what makes me delusional.
Here's why. Look, I don't think Antoine's delusional at all. Like, I think it's a lot of women out there that fit Antoine's category. I'm 48. My wife is 30, and my wife like 110 pounds. Like, soaking wet with a 10-pound weight in her pocket.
Let's hear what Brad had to say.
Yeah, what you got, Brad?
All right, no, I didn't mean to say he's delusional. I meant to say
he is a little bit delusional, though. I will agree with you a little bit on that.
Okay, but
I think Antoine agree a little bit too. Not to 100.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying.
Yeah.
I'm not saying as a whole he's delusional. I'm just saying he thinks he's not picky. He has a checklist, a laundry list, a honeydew list, a fucking go to Costco list. He got a lot of shit that is.
He know it too.
Yeah. But at the age you're at, those days for you to be picky are over with.
Why?
I'm not. Hold on. I gave you the floor. You talk. You gave it all your chest. Bring it. Just listen to me, bro. I just need you to.
I'm gotta mute Antoine.
Yeah, just please.
I'm muting my mic.
This is what I'm saying, Twan. Like I'm not saying nothing is wrong with what you're wanting. All I'm saying is, if you have to open up your mind just a little bit more to get what you want, because you're restricted in some areas and not really in so much. Like you say you can get drunk and then you can do it, and then you discipline and then you ain't disciplined, and then it's like, man, hold on. You want a chick to be 160, she got to lose weight, that 30 pounds within a year. Then she can't have kids, but then if she do have kids, then she only can have one. The baby dad got to be dead. You got to adopt them. It's a whole lot of possibilities there. Then you're saying that you're not even really giving people no chances because you expect her to feel how you feel, come across the way you were raised, and so on and so forth. And sometimes it just be a misunderstanding or a conversation needed. You can direct the conversation. You done drove the hour and 45 minutes, and I'm still hungry. Just because she don't, man, sometimes you don't never know how the shit can go if you just let it go. You know what I'm saying? If you just allow it, this shit just to happen organically, and you got too much restriction on the shit. That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying that you're delusional to the fact that you don't know what the hell you want or it's not going to happen. I hope it happens. But some things you just gotta just open up to just a little bit more than others. That's all I'm saying. You can have your restrictions, you can have everything the way you want it, but some things it's like a give and take. That's all I'm saying.
Okay,
so
but
here's what I'll say. And let me answer, Antoine. So here's what I say. Yes, I think you're right, and I think that you may not be right. Well, actually, I'm not going to. It's not about right or wrong. I think what you have to what you had to say had a lot of validity to it. And I think, like you said, there's a checklist. Every time you add something else to your checklist, you narrow down the pool of women that you have to choose from. Right? 100%. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So what happens is, every time you say, well, you gotta be 160. All right, boom, that's a check mark. No kids, check mark. If you do have kids, it gotta be dead, check mark, right? So now you have a long list. Now you have 100 things on your checklist. So now it's just what it is. It narrows Antoine's dating pool down to something that's a lot smaller versus every time he takes something off, you know what I mean, or let one of his standards go, it opens back up. I think in the case of Antoine or people like Antoine, like you said, he is working with time. Like he said 14 years, right? However, I mean, so it's like he has to find that type of woman. I don't, not that I care not, but I don't, if Antoine or anybody is willing to not adjust their qualifications for a person and live with the consequences, then oh well, that's on them. You know what I mean? You just have to wake up one day and be like, you know what? I'm 60 years old. I didn't get what I want. But if you want to open up the chances of finding a woman, then maybe some of the things we can have a conversation about and maybe don't necessarily need to be checked off my list. You know what I mean? Maybe I want the kid don't have to, the dad don't have to be dead, but maybe maybe he got to be 25 years in jail. I don't know. But maybe adjusting some of those things so they'll open up that spectrum of women a little bit. If that's what I'm kind of hearing, and I don't.
Yeah. That's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying.
But I am open to that. That's what I was trying to say. Like, I'm adjustable, right? But I'm not being conceited when I tell you I'm at peace with what I have. There's no chaos with me. I'm 100% able to commit, do all that shit that women want. Women today want a guy that's 6 foot, 6 figures, has a 6-pack, has a good provider, has a whole. They got their list too, and the finer they are, the more longer the list. Okay, and I'm okay with that, depending on what level of woman we're talking about, right? But all I'm saying is that I know me and what would disrupt my peace, and I'm not going to disrupt my peace for anyone. It's just not worth it for me. That's all I'm saying. Can I go out and get laid? Absolutely. Anybody can really go out and get laid with some game. But I just believe that I'm not looking for that right now. I've had that already. Now I'm going to give it a serious go till I'm 60. And then after that, I'm going to have my fun. And then after that, I don't want to get married because at 60, I'm already settling. I'm already writing my stuff off to nieces and nephews, right? That's my mindset. And I don't think any man should go against what gives them peace to settle for having a woman. I think a man's peace is what makes him be a good provider.
But I think this is where, like, when we talk about the topic trust, I think this is where it's very important for men to really know about themselves, right? Because on one hand, you have to trust, Antoine, that your list is the list that you need to have in order to find that type of wife that you want. However, to Brad's point too, it's not a trust thing, but it's like, am I too trusting in myself that I'm not willing to open up about certain things? And you said you were, you know what I mean,
right.
Which is a good thing. You know what I mean? But like, I guess like my question or my thought process now is, how do you find that balance between trusting yourself and trusting new information, right? Because I believe this is what I like. You know what I mean? However, after talking to Brad for the last 20 minutes, I see it another way now. So do I stand on my trust in what I trust, or do I take what Brad said or Vic said, insert name? You know what I mean? Some more information from somebody. And now this is new information to me. So do I process this information and possibly use this and add it to the other information I have? Or do I just trust what I said and just hold on to that? You know what I mean? Because I don't really know. I think it has to be a balance. And I think it also depends on what we're talking about in the conversation. So this is kind of where I kind of switched it. We talk about the trust between what you believe and the trust that can possibly come from new information or trusting new information.
Okay, so can I say this to what you just said? Listen,
yeah,
I'm not compromising on wanting kids in the time from now till I'm 60. That's never going to change. That's why you're coming into my life. That's the only reason I'm going to marry you. There would be no other reason marriage serves a purpose to me if I'm not having kids with you. I can get everything you can give me and the whole damn table outside of marriage, right? That's one. Two, I'm not taking care of someone else's mistake. That was your mistake, and that's for him to deal with, not me. I'll have sex with you, I'll have my fun with you, but I ain't gonna wife you. That's two. Three, you're coming into my world. Personally, really don't care what's happening in your world. Don't care if your parents like me. Don't give a crap if they don't like me. But you're coming into my world. Why? Because my world provides me with peace. Now, if your parents don't like me, it has to be a hell of a reason why they don't like me. Because I'm a nice guy, and I'm a good guy, and I'm going to treat her right. And I'm going to show you that I'm going to treat her right based on my actions, not my words. So that's another thing. People, I don't need your parents to like me. And you're going to know that right off the bat. I don't need them to like me. I don't even care if they look at me or not. But if that's on them, if they don't like me based on their feelings. But my feelings in here are checked. If my mom doesn't like you, that's because she has a hell of an insight and she's going to tell me why. And she's not going to do it based on her little feelings. She's going to go, son, I recognize this, I recognize this, I recognize this. And when women do this, A, B, and C. And I'm going, okay, mom, I'm going to take that into consideration and see. That's it. So, and the other small things, listen, I'm willing to compromise on the weave shit, even though I don't like it. Ratchet claws ain't happening. The eyelashes ain't happening. The smell ain't happening. And the big girl smell ain't happening.
Hey, Tron, we know. We going back and forth because you repeated yourself about what you the dudes.
But how are you not getting that I'm not picky? I just know
because we're not trying to change your thought process on what you stand on. We're just trying to share this information. I want to say this wholeheartedly, disclaimer. Like the accountable masculinity, this shit is where we can come on here and we can show the world or show other people that black men can come together with some type of unity and shit like that, with some love and some respect, right? So I'm only sharing this shit so I can see you one day happy. So I can see you with a smile and so you can be good. Like that's it. Like I'm not telling you, I'm not hollering at you. I don't come on here trying to belittle you or anything like that. I'm not trying to argue with you. I'm not trying to change your perspective. I'm just trying to share information with Twan. So all you got to do is you can receive it or you don't have to receive it. That's why I think we keep on spinning around in circles.
But what makes you think I ain't happy? Dude, I am very happy.
Listen, I'm not saying you're not happy. Remember, I said disclaimer. I'm just letting you know. Everything I say, I don't know about, I'm going to speak for everybody here. We only going to speak on trying to uplift each other. You know what I'm saying? It might come out in a joking way, but we just trying to uplift and we just trying to share some information. That's it.
But Brett, I think more men to be like me, to put the responsibility on the woman, to put her in check and to make sure she's doing it right. Because
this platform ain't talking about the women. We just
the men should better. The men should better.
No. I understand that. We are talking to each other, so we can get the shit done. So the whole thing about the restaurant thing, the only thing that we was pushing back was you have more control over that. You let her dictate some shit, and then it just went something else. If you would have dictated everything, I think the date would have went a little bit better. That's all. That's all we were saying.
I understand your perspective and seeing it that way, but for me, if my vetting process is you choosing the highest restaurant and only changing your mind after I told you about a restaurant that I'm taking you to, no. Remember, only because I chose the restaurant of where we're going.
Yeah, but if you would have chose it from the jump, it wouldn't
No,
have been.
that's right. But that's my vetting process. Again, that's my vetting process. That's my vetting process. That's how I. That's what I'm trying to say. That's all.
Okay, all right.
That's all I'm saying. Now, had she chose a different type of restaurant, like, oh, this girl's considerate. If she said, hey, you know what? Let's just have coffee first and see if we get hungry, even better. If she would have said, let's go shopping and see what we, I have a few things to do. Why don't you come around with me? That's even better. That shows humbleness to me. And that's what I was looking for. That's what I was honestly looking for. But like I explained, I ain't gonna repeat myself. And I think more men, and like when I talk on these sites, I'm thinking more men need to take control of that. If they're gonna lead, need to lead with what they want and what they're looking for. They need to have that masculine accountability and lead in a proper way. Set an example.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean? And most men aren't doing that today. Why? Because they're going after the coochie. They're going after what they can get. They're going after the quickest thing. They're putting all their masculine shit aside so they can get laid.
Well, I'm gonna say it's a lot of men out here that's not, like you say, being accountable. It's a lot of men out here that's not trusting themselves, loving themselves. And if we do that as a whole or just oneself, if I love myself enough I can go to the gym and work out, just a little thing, like waking up and dedicating 1 hour of 24 hours trying to better myself physically. Now I can go ahead and focus on other things, but like a job, I got to focus on that. I got to work 40 hours, before I get paid. But people be wanting this shit so fast. It's like you got to put months in at a time before you get results at the gym. You see what I'm saying? But you got to love yourself enough and stay down and commit to yourself. And a lot of people don't really be honest. They scared of themselves. They don't trust themselves. They don't love themselves. They don't want to spend time alone by themselves. They want to jump from relationship to relationship. They don't never want to heal. They don't never want to talk about it. They don't never want to become a better person. You feel me? They talk about it, but they don't really want to do the work. They ain't putting the work in it.
Exactly. And I put my dues in, and I put it every single day. So every single day I say to myself, what can I reward myself this weekend when I have my nice weekend off? What can I reward myself with? That's all I'm saying. It wasn't the drive and it wasn't the restaurant. It was the choice she made after I told her about what I decided to do and where I decided to take her. That messed it up. She said to me, and she said, hey, you know what? I've never been there. Or you know what? I've been there. Maybe the food's not that great, but if you want to go, let's go. It'd be great. I'm driving up already. But she didn't say that. She didn't say that. She based everything on the restaurants she wanted to go. And if she's high class and all that bullshit, nah, I already knew she wasn't, just based on what came out of her mouth. Because high-end women don't talk like that. They don't. And they don't. There's certain women need to know. I mean, a man that's in his position, knows his place, knows where he's at, confident, is a leader. He knows when you're bullshitting him. He ain't stupid. He knows. You think you're getting a ride on me because I'm buying you dinner? Girl, you're a tax write-off right now. I'm keeping that bill. We having a business meeting. Like, when women say that, I'm like looking at them going like, are you really? Like, that's stupidness to me. And when they can't form a proper sentence, that even gives me another thing. Like, oh, okay, here we go. That's another red flag for me. I look at these things. I think everybody should be able to conduct themselves like a fully functioning feminine woman without me. You shouldn't need me to bring out any shit in you. And you should know how to talk to a man. Men should know how to talk to men.
So Twan, okay, we say that about men, but all right, so a lot of times women don't want to teach a man how to love because they feel like their mama was supposed to teach them that, or whatever the case may be, right? Hold on. Just hear me out. Oh. And just like with a woman, maybe her dad ain't never really was in her life, so she can see, how to be around the man and how to act, because he got to give her some lessons, and then the mom got to interact with the dad and show her how to treat a man and so on and so forth. So we got two different type of people that's still dealing with trying to become a woman. I'm trying to become the best version of myself as a woman. Then I got to be a mom. I got a mom hat. I got a girlfriend, fiance hat. I got a sister. I got a co-worker. They got their own issue. Then we, on our hand, we don't know how to become a man. We don't know what we think we goddamn got the shit going on until you get grown, and then you get a relationship, and then like, damn, emotionally, I am kind of fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't never had that opportunity, like to talk to your mom or your dad to get some insight on how to be a better person, or the things, the do's and the don'ts as a man, as a young man, as a young woman, as a lady, as whatever title or definition it is. We just don't have the right tools. So we just got to give each other grace sometimes, man. Like, yeah, you got your do's and your don'ts and your red flags and your list, but you still can goddamn just identify with what she got going on. You can probably see that shit. She might need some help on that. You can probably help her out. You don't have to be her man to do that. You can just be a good guy like you said you is. You feel me? And just show her the way. You don't have to live together. Y'all don't even have to be together forever. But just y'all crossing paths. Why you can't do that?
I'm not saying I can't do that, but I'll tell you this. A woman ain't teaching me about love. Why would a woman teach me about love? Did I not grow up with two parents in a household? Did I not? I was already taught that. I don't need her to do that.
But what I'm saying, what if, take your situation. What if your situation ain't like everybody else's? Like, what if a lot of people grow up with one parent?
Okay, that's different. I'm gonna get to know that.
I'm just saying, the woman that you're trying to. What if the woman you're trying to meet is coming from a broken home, a broken childhood? You see what I'm saying? Now,
why would I want to meet that? Like, why would I entertain that?
You don't know the story of somebody. That's fine.
Wait a minute, but after I find out the story, why would I want to entertain that? Like, why would I take any further than that?
So now I'm
not saving anybody. I'm not saving anybody.
No, you're not saving. It's not saving. It's not saving. I'm not.
I need to know. So explain to me, after I find out she's from all this shit, why would I continue entertaining that?
No, I'm speaking. Listen, I'm speaking. Then you say no. You're not even going to entertain that. So okay, my conversation over with. I can't even go on with my point because you ain't.
Why would any man want to bring that chaos into his life to save a buddy?
Because some men come from that chaos.
Yeah, some people can identify the chaos, and then they can help each other through each other trauma.
Well, a drug addict can help a drug addict? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
That's extreme, but
I mean, yeah, they could.
Dude.
One, just because I'm an addict, I might be on the other spectrum, other addict where I'm kicking my addict. And now this other one, I know where he's at because I've been there. Now, okay, yeah, it's a fight, it's a struggle, but this is what I did to get over this shit. Maybe you can listen to me. Maybe I can give you some words of wisdom, and you can goddamn do what I did, and you can get up out of there. That's all I'm saying.
But that's over here. That's not pertaining to my personal life, getting to know you, right? That's me helping you.
I'm looking. You're the one that said like a drug addict. I'm just explaining it.
No, but I'm saying to this. If I'm trying to get to know a woman and she has that kind of chaos in her life, I'm saying if I'm looking for a relationship, why would I entertain a woman like that? Like, what reason?
You're not going to. Okay,
right.
So you're saying that she has to have what, two parents?
No, I'm saying she has to have her life together. That's all. She has to have her life together.
So her life can't be together because she only was raised by her mom?
If you're telling me I'm coming in to help with her dysfunction, like you said, I don't want a part of that. I don't want any part of that. If you're coming now, if she had that dysfunction and she bettered herself, and it's a story now she's telling me, it's not who she is now, but it was a story of her past, and she got her life together. She's got a good brain on her shoulders. She's got a good job. She came up from the depths, and she's doing well, and she's grounded.
That's what I'm speaking of. That's what I'm speaking of.
I can work with that. I can work with that. But if you're telling me any way, shape, or form, I'm going to go in looking to save her or help her in that area, no. Not interested. Don't want no chaos. Go do you over there. No, I'm not doing that.
If she's focused on self-improvement and if she's self-aware and working on herself, then she's over. Like I get what he's saying on that. And I think that's where, like, a lot of times where people are trying to explain preferences and standards, we're talking about it from, you know what I'm saying, our perspective, obviously. But some people talk about things in a past tense, as you know what I'm saying, and you think that they're gonna anticipate seeing a person that's not dealt with their own struggles, you know, and then trying to pass that on to somebody, versus somebody that recognizes what their issues are and is actively accounting for that in their behavior and trying to be a better person, you know what I'm saying, with or without the relationship.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, well, that's what I was speaking on. I didn't break it down to that aspect, but that's what I was referencing. I wasn't referencing you having to put a cape on. I'm just saying she came through whatever adversity. Now she's letting you know, because that's what y'all do when y'all get to know each other.
Right.
I got to hear each other fucking past. So don't try to sound like I'm trying to tell you or force you upon a situation. I'm not doing that again. Antoine, I'm just saying, what if this was the case and you answered it? Okay. You would entertain it if she already had therapy and she already working on her issues. I'm
good with that. I am 100% good with that.
Yeah.
Her past matters as far as her telling me a story, but how she is in the present and where she's come from, I'm good with that. Now you're grounded. You want the best things in life. You're striving. You got a good job. You really overcame that hump. I'm good with that. But any way, shape, or form, addiction, that, no. I ain't saving you. I'm not. I don't care how far. Ain't no pussy gonna make me forget about how bad you are. No. No. I got more to lose than you. Way more to lose than you.
And that's why, like, the age bracket of 35 to 40, you expect certain things.
There you go.
Certain level of maturity.
Right. 35 is a good age. Over 30 is a good age. You done your shit. But if you're 35 and you tell me you're still working on yourself over this, really? How long does it take? Like,
but Twan, you act like everybody moving on your time. It might take a little longer. That's all I'm saying.
And you shouldn't be looking for a relationship till you got your shit together.
Listen. I understand that. However, we're speaking about not no damn euphoria. We're talking about real life and the shit that you have to go through. Exactly. So these people that you're talking about, they're in the dating fucking pool. You talking about they shouldn't even be in the pool, but they still looking for love. They still looking for that shit.
No man just need some help. Men and women shouldn't be in the pool if they're not a whole man. You shouldn't be in the pool. You shouldn't be looking for a woman. You should get all your shit in check. And you should check all the boxes, the main ones at least. The providing part and the working towards and the ambition and the goal, that's an area that's cool. That's a life's journey, that part. But the whole other shit that you're still trying to work on yourself and better your, really? It's 35. Like, how long much more you
every day, Twan, you working on yourself.
That's called life. That's like somebody.
It's a journey, not a destination.
That's like somebody trying to impress me. Like, I take care of my kid. You're supposed to.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you having a job, working hard, coming home dirty. That's life.
That's life.
But don't be looking. But if you have mental issues, you're dealing with something. Then don't.
That's life too, though. That's life, though.
Then you shouldn't be looking for somebody to be in a relationship with. You don't got your own shit together. And that goes for men too. If you're coming up trying to make it happen and trying to make it work, you should be dating within that bracket. You shouldn't try to go outside of that bracket where you can't afford it. You can't afford it. You can't. Don't go buying a car that you can't afford to drive. Holy shit, you still have to make a budget. That's all I'm saying. Men need to think like that too. All these idiots talking about, I want to lead, I want to pay all the bills. Motherfucker, you make $47,000 a year. You ain't paying for shit. You're putting your salaries together. What are you talking about? Most of these people I've never seen so much people on the internet saying they make 80 to 100,000 a year. Bullshit. That's 7,000 a month. You ain't making that. You don't even look like you're making that. Well, when people talk like that, I'm like, are you serious? I've never seen that. I do hair and I make 80 grand a year. 80 grand a year doing hair. You must be at the top of your game. Everybody must be calling you.
Hey, listen, I know somebody right now. Actually, I know more than 5 people that make good money doing hair.
But that's anecdotal. That's not generally.
Huh?
That's anecdotal. That's not generally. A hair salon brings in 120 a year. A hair salon. You pay for your own booth. If you pay for your own booth, you're paying $2 grand a month. Okay, that's on top of your rent. You ain't bringing in $7,000-8,000 on hair, cutting hair. That's simple math. Holy shit, man! You think I don't calculate this shit? If you're making $25 an hour, that means you're making $50,000 a year. That's just in general.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, so I know you're making $50,000 a year. That's cool. I can deal with that. But don't be telling me you go pay her phone bill, you go pay her car note, you go help her with her rent when you have to pay your own.
So he in Beverly Hills.
So, but listen, Twan, you're listen, Twan, you're really you hit it right on the head. However, I feel like the people that you're talking about on this social media, they don't really, again, we're talking about, they don't really understand what a man is.
Right. Exactly.
They don't really understand what the protect and provide is. If you're saying that you're doing this, you probably heard that from somebody else.
I'm saying
not really. Go ahead.
I'm saying what I hear on the internet. And it's
no. I'm not saying you. I'm just saying these people that you're speaking of that want to pay all the bills. They probably heard that on the song. They probably heard that somewhere else, and it sounds like it's the right thing to do. You know what I'm saying? So some men out here just have to lie to get some pussy. You feel me? Okay,
but those are men that are not accountable, man.
This is what we're talking about, right?
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
This is what we're talking about on the internet.
Right.
And the same dude that's lying about how much money he made is lying about what he can do for the chick. That's what we're talking about. So
I'm talking about accountable men that own what they're saying. Accountable men that are able to admit that, hey, you know what? I make 50 grand a year. You make 50 grand a year. Together, that's 100. Let's build on that. But these women come on here saying, they don't even know 80,000 is a lot of money. They say, what's the minimum your man should make? 80,000? Really? So he should be an intern as a lawyer or a medical doctor. Really? Oh, where is he working to make 80 grand a year? Well, I don't know. Tech, social media. You don't even know? But you want him to make 80 grand a year. Do you even know that? That's how I'm betting the woman. When a woman tells me, I'm betting her like that. Like, do you know what 80 grand a year? How much is that monthly? Where's he living? I'm curious. Because people say, oh, well, if he lives in Georgia, if you make $80,000 a year in Georgia, you live in the high life. You're doing damn good. Because those houses out there ain't out here. I can tell you that. So I don't understand. I'm just being realistic. I was telling Vic, I made more last year than this year because I invested more. So I'm like, shit. So I have to really, budget it out and go, okay, this is what I'm about, and this is how much I'm making this year. But I'm realistic. But I'm not paying all of her bills. I could do fine all by myself. You coming into my world, you want to do it. You're going to live for free? Your money's going into bank and mine going to support you? Really? Really?
Resources and think you can make the rules.
Yeah, that's why I tell men to never move in with a woman's house, because she will throw it at you that you're living at my house. You're living under me. If men want to leave, then she's coming to live with you. If she wants to build with you, she's here's my check. This is what the bills cost. So this is how much we're going to go on vacation for. If she's building with you. That's all. But women aren't realistic like that. The modern day woman isn't realistic like that. The accountable ones are, and I believe they're out there. The realistic ones are out there. The stats are out. Women don't make 30, 40, 50. Women make in that bracket. They don't make what men make. Right? Some do, but not all of them are lawyers and doctors and shit like that, right?
Right.
And if you look at a lawyer, doctor, and all those high-end ones that are in those positions, they ain't exactly the prettiest thing. Okay, they're not. They're not exactly the prettiest thing. But because they were more concerned with their books. But when on social media, all you hear is these men talking about, Lee, you're not being an accountable man by talking like that, because you're not being realistic, you know? And the wife doesn't. I believe a wife should have an opinion. I believe a wife should be able to tell you something directly. I believe that. A wife's opinion matters, because you know what? She knows the household. She watches the things you don't. It is 50-50. Her work is just as important as yours. I don't, when people say a woman's place is this, I'm looking at them like, what are you talking about? She should be submissive. What woman wants to hear the word submissive? That's like a woman telling me I should be a provider. For who? Whoa. We're providing for the family, you and me. We're coming together. But any woman that hear that stupid word submissive, what the fuck are you to say a woman should be submissive? What have you done? That's the last thing you want to say to your wife. A wife should take a lead behind you. Why? She's your wife. She stood next to you when you were getting married. All of a sudden, she's behind you? Like, what stupidness are you talking about? Like that stupid thing that Kevin Samuels promoted. Men exercise their options. What woman should stay with me if I go somewhere else? She should never go down on me again if I ever do that to her. Have some self-respect, woman. Walk away. Walk away. She should not stay with you because you're a good provider. And you, man, go and take him for half. He broke the vows, not you. I believe in that.
So this is what I'm gathering.
Interesting.
All the information that you said prior to this is if you're a girlfriend or you're dating this person. But once she becomes your wife, once she becomes your wife, then if she gets illness or a breakdown at the job and she want to quit because somebody sexually assaulting her or harassing her, you'll be fine with paying all the bills until
I'm manning up. Yes, I'm manning up. Yes,
but initially, you're saying that as a boyfriend or a fiance, I'm not doing this. You got to pull your own weight.
Yeah, because you had a life before you met me.
Right.
Until you get married.
Until we get married, then you got to weigh in and then pay it. Okay. All right.
And I'm not taking your word for it. I want to see your taxes. I want to see what you paid in taxes. You're going to show me what you paid in taxes. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you what the mortgage is over here. You're going to show me what you make in taxes.
Twan, now you're a tax advisor. Now
I want to see what you clocked in.
Now you fucking a detective at the IRS.
Dude, I'm the guy that's paying the doctor $2,000 or $5,000 on the side for a DNA test, even though I know she was with me. I'm the guy doing that. I'm now paying. Oh yeah. You could push it out, but I'm gonna pay that doctor to make sure I get a DNA test that it's mine. Oh, we ain't leaving.
You never be on Mars.
I'll never be on Mars. Are you kidding me? Oh no, you baby, I love you, doctor. Just give me that thing on the side, you know. Don't mail it to me, just send it to me directly. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, I'm coming back and seeing you in 2 weeks for that DNA test. Oh yeah, I'm that guy. Oh yeah, I'm that guy.
I think sometimes what we listening, what we hearing is Antoine has just been through life and he's trying to take as many precautions as possible to not end up like a lot of people that's on social media. And I can respect that. I know that for a lot of us, especially when we got married early, like I got married at 20. I had my first child at 19, got married at 20. And I was married for 19 years. And then my second marriage, I was 46 when I got married. So my mindset, my thoughts on marriage and what was important, what we needed to talk about before the marriage was totally different. I know it sounds extreme to check someone's taxes, but bro, I mean, it seems like nowadays you pretty much gotta check all the box. You gotta cross your T's and check your and dot your I's, because you could get with somebody only to find out too late into the relationship or in the marriage that this person has $500,000, $1 million worth of debt, $80,000 worth of credit card debt, and it looks like on the surface that they're doing what they're supposed to do. So I don't know necessarily how you navigate that stuff. I didn't have to navigate that stuff with my relationship. It was pretty transparent. She was in the military. I was in the military. I know what her disability is. So like, I know exactly what the money and the finances and stuff look like. But, you know, from a financial standpoint, bro, you almost got to check something. You got to have a way of validating or making sure that the woman that you choosing is not a financial liability to you and her future. So I don't necessarily know exactly how you do that. Seems like Antoine is checking taxes.
Yeah,
You
he
know
just
what I mean? But
I can
so,
tell you how.
if you don't check taxes, how do you vet your woman
I
to
can tell
make
you how.
sure that she ain't got a whole bunch of debt or some other stuff that you might not know about until after you get married?
I can tell you how.
Because you know everybody's finances are private.
Uncle
No, I
Johnny.
can tell you
They a
how.
whole bunch private when you got bad credit too.
I can tell you how.
Hey,
I can tell you how.
If you got hold on, Twan, I got you. This is easy. This is real easy. You have to do this. I was just joking because it sounded funny because he said it. But this is a grown conversation.
That sound extreme though, for real
No,
though.
it's not extreme. It shouldn't be extreme. This is what grown folks do. If you have something to hide, then we can't be together.
I mean,
Exactly.
it's extreme for the average person listening.
It's about what you value.
Yeah, it's like
if a person in a relationship values finances, then they're not gonna go get a person that's reckless with money. You know what I'm saying? You can't have a crazy materialistic fetish and, you know what I'm saying, great saving. Well, not saying that you can't do both, but what's the structure to how that person balances the most expensive activity that they do in their life with the budget in the house? Because some people be willing to throw away the house budget just to go to Miami. You know what I'm saying? Because they like to travel, because they like to, you know what I'm saying? Like they prioritize things differently.
You're right, but this show or this podcast says accountable. We only speaking about the fucking real deal. We're not going on a left-hand turn to go down this road. No, we're talking about what it looked like. Now, if anybody have a problem with it, then like I said before, they might not be accountable. They might not be disciplined. They might not be the one for you. That's it. You got to do these things because I want to spend the rest of my life with you. When I die, I'm gonna have some assets. I want to make sure that my assets or my wishes, at least to say the least, after I'm going, should be handled. You know what I'm saying?
And that's
how
what
early. I got a question, and the only reason I'm asking is because I had a conversation with somebody years ago, and this was a lady that I worked with, and she said that on the first date that he had brought up, he had asked her what her credit score was, and she said that was the last date. She said there was too much personal information to be given out the first date. And I say, I get that. However, I want to know as early as possible what I'm dealing with. And I don't necessarily know what questions should be asked, but you know, it seems like if your credit, if we just meeting and your credit score 200, like we don't got nothing else to talk about. Like it ain't gonna be no second date. You know, especially if we're around the same age.
Yeah, because you value finances.
Because I value finances, exactly. Because I value finances, because I know we're going to need finances to sustain us once we decide we don't want to work no more.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And if you done create a whole bunch of debt and your credit score bad, I mean, your credit score can be bad if you got a whole bunch of money. If you're a multimillionaire, you don't need a credit score.
Yeah. But listen, it's very easy to vet that. Okay, this is the easiest way to vet it. That's why I always say I ask about a woman's family, because where she comes from determines her financial state. Because if a woman tells me her parents paid for school, then I know loan. If a woman tells me, oh yeah, I made it through my own, I did this, I did that. Oh really? You're a lawyer? Oh, so what's your student loan like? What's your student loan? She has to have one. She has to have one. And if she's telling you $40, $50, $60,000, which it should be in the hundreds if you're becoming a lawyer and you're paying for your own bar exam because your parents didn't pay for your college, that's one way of finding out. Right there, you're going to be able to ask her. So she's going to go, oh, so do you have a high student loan? She has to answer something.
And then you make a decision based off of that.
Based off of that, because if your parents didn't pay for school, you took student loans out to become a lawyer or a doctor. And your first intern of a doctor, you don't get paid.
It's finance.
Hey, all of this stuff is public information.
Exactly.
This ain't personal, nothing, because
nothing personal.
We're trying to get to know each other. We're not 25 years old. We got houses, mortgages, assets, liabilities, good credit, bad credit. On the way to going back to good credit, made a bad deal, trying to get back to the right deal. It's life has life.
Exactly.
You know, so I need to know what you got going on. So how much I need to carry, how much I need to help out, how much I need. What I got to account for. It's all about
exactly.
But we ain't talking about that. We
but men should do their homework. It's called Zillow. Zillow could tell you the apartment complex and how much the apartment complex costs. It'll tell you how much rent is in that. You don't need to ask her how much you pay in rent. You could do Zillow. You don't need to. You can Google how much the student loan debt of somebody that's in a household or not in a household. These are now. If she's not willing to tell you, or she says it's extremely high, then factor that in. It's about 80 grand to up. Like, you don't need to ask her. You can ask her background, find out her background, how she got through school and where she's going. But then you got to do your homework to know, okay, she's got student loans. So you know if she's a lawyer, doctor, those are high student loans. Those are high student loans. And if she's an accountant or she's a social worker, you know she's in the 50s of student loans if she didn't have the backing behind her to pay for it. So she put herself through school, fine. And then you can tell by what she drives. Because that's what she can afford. If her car is paid off, then you know, dude, it's not rocket science, man. Men just have to be patient enough to get to know her that way. And just know, I agree. If she does not like her job, she really gets harassed, you just better be able, and she's the one for you now, she's your significant other, you better man up and be ready to do overtime to pay for her, to get her out of that situation that's stressing her out. That's your job.
Right.
Okay.
And listen, and vice versa. You feel me?
Right. But ain't no woman gonna do that though. But let's,
No, we're going to stay positive, Twan.
Sorry.
Doing good for 15 minutes.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
But I ain't counting. There's 41 seconds.
My bad.
Yeah, don't be doing that now. Shit, stay on track.
Okay, sorry.
Antoine, I would beg to differ. I would think that the woman that you choose to marry, if she's high quality, she would do that for you. Right. You wouldn't have to tell her. If by some reason you fell down on hard times and you couldn't work physically, you know what I mean? I would hope. I think that, we talk about vetting. I think that we need to pick those type of. I think that that's a quality we need to look at. Like, not necessarily ride or die, but like, would you be willing to step up and work and take on all of the financial responsibility if I couldn't do it? If I had a sickness or an illness, you know what I mean?
So,
and I think.
But you're a man, Garfield. You're a man. Jesus Christmas, you're a man. That's your job.
I know that's my job. I'm saying if there was something that it was out of my control, I would hope that the woman that I married would step up and take on everything.
I
know what I mean?
Women say my body, my choice. Men should say my wallet, my voice.
Yep. I like that one. That's a t-shirt right there.
And think that you can make the rules. So
no, but we're talking about accountable masculinity.
And let me make my point.
Go ahead.
All of these things are implied. You don't have to say them. These are the things that you operate and make your decisions off of. That way when you get to a situation where you have to, deconflict what the conversation is about, you say why you taking the stance that you got, what you heard versus what was being said. And then how that fits into what you all are trying to accomplish, what you already agreed upon, right? So what makes the most sense is that the self-improvement aspect is supposed to keep you from having to deal with so much more extra conflict than what you already have to deal with. Because life got enough booby traps, you know what I'm saying, as it is. the last thing you need to be in conflict about is who's supposed to be carrying what weight in the, you know what I'm saying, in the event of a stumble, like a financial hardship, a physical situation where like Unc was talking about. Yeah, it's on you to choose, you know what I'm saying, the best options that complement your life. If you're going to be responsible or take on the responsibility of another human being in your life, you know what I'm saying? So that's why when Antoine was talking about if you mentally not there, you can't afford the relationship, you know?
Right, right. I was just saying that because the whole message was trust and all that, right? So to spin it all the way back around, if you do the vetting process the correct way, you get the right one that checks all the lists.
Come on now.
And now you done took some time, you've been patient, you've been disciplined. All this shit should fall in line.
Should be.
The person that you with is going to have your back. That's why you married her. That's why y'all together. Everything already kind of like the yin and yang, the plug in the socket.
Yeah, but I'm not going to change. I think every man should. I think there's some things you keep to yourself. I think every man should have a DNA test for his woman today in modern day time. I think every man should get a DNA test for his child, and I think every man, if he takes out life insurance, shouldn't tell his woman. I don't think he should tell his woman. I don't think he should tell his woman at all.
I feel like you're giving me like trust issues.
No, not trust issues.
Go ahead and elaborate, Juan. Go ahead and tell me why.
Because let me tell you something, okay? In my experience now, I believe you should keep some things to yourself. I believe your wife is there. I believe she is the one you love, but there's just some things you just don't bring up. You choose your battles. And I think a DNA test is important that she shouldn't know about. And I think life insurance is something she should not know about. There's some things you do as a man and you keep as a man. You can tell your friend, you can tell your lawyer, you can tell your doctor, you can tell all that other stuff. But there's just some things women don't need to know. There's just some things.
Twan, if you got the one that you love and she loves you, you still going with this energy of not trusting her?
Man, love ain't written in no damn stone. What the hell's wrong with you? She has a brain of her own.
What if you found out she done did this to you? How you feel?
I'll feel good for you. You're protecting yourself.
But we don't have to hide this shit. I'm telling you this so you can be. No. We're talking about accountable masculinity. Yeah. I'm trusting you with everything. And plus, on top of that, I'm putting you in position so you can think for me, thinking just alike. So if anything go wrong, I'm pretty sure you already be taken care of. So why? I mean, come on, man. Listen, this don't make no sense to be hiding.
Listen, I'm just saying this. I've been in love before. I've been crippled by love. I did all that hoopla shit, right? Love will never. I don't think the next woman I cry for is only my mother. I ain't crying for no woman. That goes right there, right? That's the only woman I'm crying for, right? So that will never be. And a woman will never cripple me in my life again. I've had that. I've been there, did that, done it. I've been the love puppy shit, right? The begging shit.
We talking about life insurance, bro. What are we talking about?
Wait, let me finish. Right? Let me finish. I don't trust me. I don't think that's a reason for her to know. I don't think even that seed planted in her head should know. Right? I think that should be something done because you decided to do it for yourself and for the better of the family. I don't even think, like, I'm the type of guy that I'm going to tell you, me and my wife, should we have kids, she's going to know right off the bat. And I've said this before, if my kid even has an inclination of disformity, as long as you and I understand, we ain't going all the way. I'm not going to spend the rest of my life paying for that kid dribbling. It ain't happening. It's not happening. Because I'm not going to spend my life savings because he needs special needs. No, that special needs should have been terminated a long time ago. I'm not that selfish husband that just because he has to be brought into the world and that's what God wanted and all this shit. Well, God shouldn't have planted that seed in my head that I don't want you to have that kid. Let's be straight up. Straight up. And you know what? I'll even
listen, Twan, we're talking about life insurance. What the hell we going down this road for?
Because I want you to know how
we're on FCC Airwaves. Goddamn, Twan. One more outburst. One more outburst. Kick off the damn show. We're gonna have a vote.
I didn't say anything
about. With that being said, folks, look, I'm about to roll out. I'm on the East Coast. I'm an hour ahead of y'all.
Leave us with some words of wisdom before I shut the show down for the evening.
Words of wisdom before you shut the show down, man. Listen to everything that Antoine says and do the exact opposite. I'm just playing. Antoine, my guy. No,
listen, that's what Antoine is doing exactly. He say one thing and he contradicts his whole.
Where did I contradict myself? Where?
Man,
hey, I'm about to go. I'm gonna let y'all finish after I get done. After I wrap up.
Yeah.
All right, so
we're gonna have that
my last little bit of information before I roll all this. So we you know, the thumbnail had the word trust in there, right? So I will say that as men, we're always going to come upon new information. You know, we have to at some point decide on whether or not we lock in to exactly, not lock in, but trust what we already believe and the information and knowledge that we already have. And then we have to also think about the new information that we get and being able to trust the new information that we come in. And I think with that right there, we as men have to figure out how to balance the two. As yes, it is good that we trust and stand on, you know, the information that we have learned up until this point. But I also say is don't necessarily be dismissive of new information, because there are some people out there, some people in our circle that we trust who have good information too. And they can give us some more information that can add to the information that we already have. So again, just to sum it up, when it comes to trust, stand on what you believe in, trust yourself, trust your thoughts, however, be open to listening and understanding from things that other people have learned and trusted in their lives as well. That's my 2 cents, man.
All right, man. We love you, man.
Man, I love y'all too, man. Y'all have a good night, man. I'll be tuned in with y'all again next week.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Appreciate
it. Garfield, I feel like I got to put up a team.
All right, I'll see y'all.
All right, bro.
Deuces.
You know what? I'm going to hold you to that. You got to bring next week. You got to bring where I contradict. I want bullet points where I contradicted myself. I want to hear. I don't be going into your feeling. You got to say, you said this and you contradicted it with this. So I can clear it up clearly. That's a good one.
That's perfect. That's a perfect setup because that's a challenge to the audience. Hey, everybody that's been in the comments saying that Antoine has contradicted himself, please go back and clip this up and submit the clips, and we will play them next week, and we will make Antoine address his words. If you've ever heard him say something that he can't own up to, then we're going to have a conversation where he gets to deconflict what he's already talked about, and we'll highlight him, get a chance to bring him on the show if it permits.
And if I'm wrong, I'm going to say it.
Ooh, hey, that's part of accountable masculinity right there. If you're gonna be wrong, you can be all the way wrong. I've seen you own up to, you know what I'm saying?
But I know I ain't wrong. That's how confident I am.
Oh man, hey, look, it's just gonna be too well. It's gonna go too well, man.
I ain't wrong. I want to know where you think. I want to know everything. Where you think I capped? I want to know. I want to hear this shit because you just said it, and that made me think. Okay, I could. You said all over the place. Clip it. I want to see.
Okay. Well, we're gonna get ready to shut the show down, but before we do that, I want to let me hop in the driver's seat real quick.
You're looking pretty swole with them arms, man. You've been lifting.
Hey, I can't turn them off, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm looking at you back there with that sheen going with them arms. I'm like, you definitely picking up 200 and something pounds, boy. And you know it too. That's why you wear that vest and all, because you left the shirt out. You said, "I earned these guns."
Hey man, look, I come standing with them, man.
Yeah,
You know
I see that. I see. When you got up, I was like, look at the size of that tricep. I was like, okay, you pushing up that desk like you want to blind somebody.
Hey man, cut it out, man.
It's true, and you know it too.
Hey, I highlight something that's ongoing, right? So I want to be able to show the audience the growth that's happening with the platform Accountable Masculinity and Code Talk. This is a message from our new sponsor from State Farm. Her name is Leah McGee, and we will be seeing more advertising, and sponsorship. Hopefully,
I'm not wearing red ever again.
I know, because you've been a red flag all night, and then just so happens, you know what I'm saying, it's State Farm's primary color is red too, so it's just kind of like all synced up, But we have acquired sponsorship, you know what I'm saying, and support from outside entity and State Farm. So
you deserve it.
Yeah, man. We work really hard, man. So for those of you that have questions about life insurance, so funny that y'all brought that up randomly too without even knowing this information. Leah McGee is like someone that I trust to educate me on the power of life insurance, and everybody should take it seriously and prepare themselves as they grow a little bit older and, set themselves up for success down the line and better financial comfort. So with that being said, reach out to the number you see on the screen and contact Leah McGee and tell them Vic sent you. So tonight has been a very good episode. I'll see you backstage, and we will, take a moment to appreciate a good conversation and look forward to next week. Get those clips.
Yeah.
And call Antoine out. Call Antoine out.
I feel like. I don't want to hear nothing about I feel like.
Bring the facts. Antoine said bring the facts.
Yeah.
He will sit back and take it all into consideration and then address it. Get the clips.
Make sure you subscribe on all platforms and hit the like button and follow. Please leave your feedback in the comments. Make sure you hit up the super chat, leave a donation to support the platform. Yo chick make you mad, my chick make me a sandwich. Yo chick make you mad, my chick make me a sandwich. Go cop the shirt, visit the merch store, shop with Accountable Masculinity, and support the platform. Men have hope.